Check me out now. Return of the smooth operator. Shotty on repeat. I say sleep later. This another favor. Consider me your neighbor. Lost a lot of fam in pursuit of the paper. She gon' catch the vapors when we slide by. The way I speak my mind, it's like I peak my prime, but I ain't close. I cruise through the night air. Fantasy a dream. Real world is a nightmare. Like Claire battling the brainless. Learn to live shameless. Talk about me alive, but claim that I'm nameless. You aimless. So I'ma style on them. They washed up. It's a rap. Throw the towel on them. Gaining miles on them. Otakus for the win. Tacos, it depend on the mood that I'm in. Like Finn when it's time for adventure. This some new blue. Get ready to enter my mind for a few. Come and take a ride with the crew. I'ma show you how to recoup days lost when you vibe with the blue. Come vibe with the blue. Yeah. About time to regroup. Fly, got my eyes on the view. Never hear lies, only truth. Realize why they vibe with the blue. 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 Vibe with the vibe with the sky. Wait, you know the rest. I'm blessed. I see you frontin' like you ain't impressed, but I still get requests. I'm playing Zelda on the GameCube. I quit spamming my music. Don't ever try forcing the links. That's a high rule. The wind waker, Mother Nature on my side too, controlling the elements. Go and check my avatar. I'm arrows ahead. Get the point. Moving forward. The battle scars accumulated over time are reminders of what I went through as a minor, but made me a grinder. The trees broke down for this loose leaf. If life's a game of death, I'm Bruce Lee. Ooh wee. Lose sleep on the regular, trying to get this word out. Then I crash nebula. Wish I had a very odd parent, maybe two, but it's cool. Everybody pays dues. Now it's time to make moves. Granny didn't raise me to lose. Think I'm in the mood for a cruise. Wanna ride? Come and vibe with the blue. Come 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 vibe with the. Check this out, y'all. I'm back spazzing like the elderly worth of my cousin Beverly. Never swear away from the truth. Just ask Heather, be weather, be tripping, starting to control like our destiny. Always give you the best of me until the death of me. My weaponry is a paintbrush. Hush, don't tell my secret. They get a hold of it. If you leak it, get it. It's cool. Got you covered though, look. But let me get back to that cool-ish, loose-ish. Why they still lying? They don't do this. Bad at board games, whole world clueless. Selling they soul for Roof Chris. Who's this honored fella? Need a sliced extra mozzarella. Crew fly, leg guy propellers. Humanity born like they don't trust fun. Why you dodge the teller? You don't know, but my odds are better. Life's a gamble, depending on who holding the cards. You can start living at large or it's bon voyage. Charge it to the game. Me and you ain't the same. I'm thinking bigger pictures. Why you still shrinking the frame? Ever blink in the rain? It helps when your eyes dry. Mob with the bright minds. Think you funny, wise guy? Midnight marauder with a new tribe. Tired of the fake. Come and vibe with the blue sky. Come vibe with the blue sky. Why do you try? We get them high. Take them high. What I do? Come vibe with the blue. Yeah. Come vibe with the blue. Pass what up? Vibe with the. Wise grass only greener when it's fertilized. Gave them truth in these songs, they prefer to lies. Destiny beautiful, adrift in her purple lies. You can't see me, you Stevie, wondering how I reach more evolutions than Evie and make it look easy. Dream on, yeah. Dream on, Dreamweaver.
What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It's your boy Ernie Blerd Without Fear in the building. The homie Carter presents the stalwart co-host, Carter Prime, in the building this time, not a variant. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
How was your vacation?
Man, there was a lot of sweat involved. A lot of sweat.
Oh, Lord. Like Sweat Hotel?
Like it was a lot of sweat and jungle noises made.
Lord. This man. Well, we are back. We are back with another one. And, dude, it's been a pretty good week, man. It's been a pretty solid week. We have a little bit of this going on, a little bit of that going on. We also got, of course, we're going to be talking about that Suicide Squad, the new Suicide Squad joined by James Gunn, coming out of the DCEU camp. We're going to talk about whether or not this is the best DCEU movie that has ever come out, as everyone is claiming. We're gonna see if it actually holds up. We're gonna talk about it. We're also gonna talk about some other news. We got some MCU news. We got some DCEU news. A lot of casting stuff. We also got some info on some of the future Marvel releases as to whether or not Marvel's gonna keep doing this Disney Plus joint. In light of all the Black Widow controversy.
There you go. Hashtag big words.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a controversy, a $20 word for some fucked up shit. But no,
if I hear anyone say controversy again, you broke it. Controversy.
I'm just saying. No, we also got what else we got going on? And of course, we're gonna give you the lowdown on the Venom Let There Be Carnage trailer. Why the Last Man trailer also dropped. We're gonna be talking about that. And of course, you know how we do.
Yep.
We're gonna give you our recommended reads for the week. And of course, we're going to be answering your questions, both here in the chat and in the Discord. So, Lord, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I made a discovery this morning as of actually around roughly 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm not, so if my energy level seems kind of off, I want to go ahead and apologize now. It's because I ate something last night that I'm pretty sure I just discovered I'm allergic to. So, your boy's energy levels are going to be a little different today. Because your boy is trying not to die. But let's go ahead and jump into it. First and foremost, I do want to go ahead and say I want to thank you guys for one, being awesome. Of course, we are 60K and growing. Want to say thank you guys for being awesome, hooking your boy up, being just wonderful human beings, cosmic beings, all that good shit. More importantly, I also want to say, John, that's my real name, Smith. What's good, Pip? Rubius Archos, Doc Dirty McLean in this motherfucker. We also got Gabriel the Dark Knight in this motherfucker. We also got Artie Aaron 70 from across the pond. We got Bruce Wayne's child, Damian Wayne, up in here, still trying to run the fit, trying to wear his daddy's clothes, looking like Damian Wayne in a Harley Quinn animated series. We also got the True Pharaoh. We got Geronimo Smith. We got Hugh Ratcliffe Jr. We got Jonathan McClain. We got Emmanuel Martin up in here. We got Ed Boy in the cut.
Is he still in the cut at this point?
Dude, he always in the cut. He ain't never not in the cut. We also got Capital Black. Oh, man, I wonder if any relation to Malachi Black. We also got SFC Cape Kill in the building. We got Walter Baptiste. We also got, we got Vampire Hunter Greg. We got the cousin, the kid cousin of Vampire Hunter D in the building.
Oh,
we
God.
also got Gilla V. We also got Rain Deb Joys up in this motherfucker. We got Lamar Rolak in this bitch. Let's see. We also got what is that? Trip 08201 in the building. God damn. We got Don Flywalker. BKS Ford. We also got the homie Scott Yar. We also got the homie Jose Pangelinan up in this motherfucker. We also got the the coolest move Baron Corbin has ever done. The End of Days 33 up in this bitch. Gilla V in the goddamn building. Q Blunt, Warren Register, Ebony Avenger Stevenson in the building. Arthur Miles in this motherfucker. We also got the Bot Boy Versus up in here. We got Miss Yuri G. We got my homie, the Robo Strange. There's only one.
Why you make him
only be one?
Why you make him sound like a college football, like a college camp or something? Like that's one of the intros you hear in like the NFL games. The Robo Strange University.
The no, you gotta emphasize the Robo Strange. You got to do it. We also got Jaeger U up in this motherfucker. We got Sherlock. Wait, Sherlock Holmes is in here.
Oh shit!
Must be elementary. So wait. Do we got Robert Downey Jr. Do we got Benedict Cumberbatch?
You killed it when you said elementary. You killed it. You killed it. You killed it. That boy really sat there and referenced elementary. Oh my god. That cut my drink off. I don't even want this water anymore, man.
Look, wait, you know that ain't water. we got the Urban Prince, a strong style. We also got Jay up in here. We got Philly born. We got Jashawn Lewis. We got Samo Sean. We also got the homie Mario Freeman up in this motherfucker. We got Wilbur Robinson here, our winner of the Song of Horror video game giveaway. We also got the homie Mailman in the building. We also have, who is that? The Dark Main X. We also got Hiryu Noshi. We also got Dynamite Hamilton in this motherfucker. We got Jack Muad'Dib up in this motherfucker. We also got Enigma 9x9 Arthur English. We also got Mr. Brown. We got the Shadow Strider. We also got Moses Blackthorn. We got B-Hole Films. We got Yep. Aaron Zaregzi. We also got Splosh. Who else we got up here? And we got the homie B Black and Carmike the Stoke up in this motherfucker. Dude, so many people. Y'all are awesome. Whew. Okay, now I can catch my breath. Okay, first and foremost, let's go ahead and jump to these super chats real quick. Before we get into, and I want to go ahead and let you guys know, we are going to be talking about the Suicide Squad. The first part of this is going to be a spoiler-free review. We're going to talk about the movie for probably about 20 or 30 minutes before we get into spoilers. So if you're worried about spoilers, we're not getting into that just yet. So don't worry, you can sit tight. Let's first take a look. We got one from the homie Walter Baptiste with $10 Canadian. Says, I can't stay. Promise my daughter a fun day with no screens, but I want to show some of my love for the cave.
Go play with that, baby. Go play with the children. Exactly.
Yeah, hey, and you know what? I do the same thing. There's some days like, hey, let me get you out the house. We're gonna go do some stuff. We're gonna go do some fun stuff. I know, because I know for me it's tough because I work from I literally everything I do is right here in this room, whether it's the YouTube stuff or the Twitch stuff or anything else. So I just want to say I totally understand. I get it. Yeah. Next up, we've got one from the homie Gabriel Knight with the 1999 super chat. Says, I'm starting to run my errands while listening to the show while I'm on the road. Just want to show my support early. Look, we appreciate you. We appreciate you. You out here doing the Lord's work.
Yes.
Doing the Lord's work. Let's see here. Who else we got? I knew I saw one from the homie X Trip with the $20 super chat. Says, peace and blessings to you mad lads. Didn't get a chance to see Suicide Squad yet, so I'll be checking you guys out on Monday. It's okay. We understand, Pimp. We understand. We also got one from the homie Scott Yar with a $10 super chat. Says, looking forward to the Suicide Squad chat. Had a blast. By the way, before we move on, real quick, man, I actually meant to have this ready. Oh, God. So, your boy, Scott, I got to put some respect on his name.
Mm-hmm.
So, The homie Scott Yar hooked your boy up with not one, not two, not three, not four, not five,
Shit.
but 6 hardback comics in the Naobi universe, which is for those who don't know, it's a comic that has been on my radar for quite some time.
Yeah.
This Naobi. I'm gonna give myself the one for a moment here, if you don't mind, Carter. I want you guys to see this. This is Naobi. It is an amazing comic. Also signed, mind you. I want to put this out here. By the creative team behind this. This comic is, let's see, this is Sebastian A. Jones and Sheldon Mitchell. Here, I want to get you guys to some of the juicy bits. But this comic is freaking amazing. And for those, like, if you're wondering about the level of quality in this comic is off the fucking hook. And your boy Scott Yar hooked your boy up with it. And I cannot say thank you enough. He hit me up, said he wanted me to check it out. It's something that had been on my radar for a while. And I just never got around to actually checking out, reading it for myself. He hooked your boy up. And dude, I was literally like, even my wife, like when she saw me opening up the box, she was like, "Oh my god!" Because first of all, he sent you a comic. Cool. I said, no, it's comics, plural.
Put that S on it.
Look, put the S on it. Put some respect on it. But no, I just wanted to say, wanted to make sure I said it now live on the air. Thank you so much, Scott. I actually said something on Twitter, but I wanted to say it again. Thank you so much. Dude, that literally was. That was more than I was expecting. So I appreciate it. Thank you. And I am enjoying it. So it is awesome. So yeah, it is not gone unappreciated. Next we got Aaron Zarexi with the $9.99 super chat, says, "Can't stay long, but wanted to show love to the Blerd Cave and Earth's Mightiest. Look forward to hearing the discussion later on." Thank you so much for that. Dude, like I said, we appreciate you just dropping in. We also got King Kunta with a $2 super chat, says, "Blerd, drink some ginger ale. You will feel better." Thank you for that. Actually, I do have some ginger ale. I'm actually going to, after I get this caffeine, I'm going to pop some ginger ale. We're going to try and get your boy's mind right. Get the insides right, too. Also, I really love ginger ale. We also got one from the homie Mr. Brown with a $5 super chat, says, "Gun flipped the bird to Marvel in so many ways. He put their PG actors in a hard R DCEU joint. Too savage." Actually, that's something we're actually going to talk about too, because there's some stuff. There's some stuff that is done with this that is pretty slick. And yeah, we're like, it's gonna be awesome. Y'all talk about it.
You want to read that 1999 super chat, sir?
Oh yeah. Oh wait, here we go. We got one from the homie Marcus at HD, said, "Was Milton really there the entire time?" We're gonna tell y'all about Milton here in a little bit. We're gonna tell y'all about Milton. But no, y'all, for real though. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Yep. Suicide Squad review, spoiler free.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler free. Mm-hmm. Here we go. Bam. Let's talk about it. So, off rip, I want to go ahead and say, if you are, oh, by the way, we got what? This is 200 people in here right now. We got 93 likes. Can we please get them likes up? That's all I'm asking. I'm not going to be ugly today. Because I just want to get through the show. But can we get them likes up, pimp?
I want everybody to realize I didn't say this. I'm looking at the goddamn poster. That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the Suicide Squad right now. I didn't say a fucking word. It wasn't me. Y'all can't blame me for shit. I didn't say it.
Look, I'm just saying. I just want to get the likes up. That's all I'm saying. I wasn't gonna be ugly this week. I was gonna be Christian this week. But no, so the premise of this movie, for those if you're not familiar, basically what's going on here is this is, for all intents and purposes, a continuation of the initial Suicide Squad that David Ayer put out, which it's kind of funny. The movie addresses that version of Suicide Squad in some minor ways, but for the most part, doesn't really talk about it. Like, the most you really need to know is that the characters of Harley Quinn, Rick Flag, Captain Boomerang, they all know each other, and it's presumed it's because they've already been working together. And if you have seen the first movie, you can either work based on that. If you have not seen the first movie, you could just draw the assumption.
Yeah.
But there's a mission going on in Corto Maltese, and they have to go in, infiltrate, and for all intents and purposes, destroy evidence of this thing called Project Starfish. And as if you're familiar with the comics, the Suicide Squad comics, or even like the animated movies, or even the previous movie, shit goes off the rails from the second the mission starts. That's kind of the whole premise of Suicide Squad as a whole, is that whenever they go on a mission, it's like, okay, we Amanda Waller puts them through all the prep. She's telling them everything. She's giving them all the information. She's getting them all the lowdown. She's getting them, getting them hooked up with all their gear. Basically, getting these dudes prepared to go to war. And the second they set foot off that plane, it always goes tits up from the word go. And that is pretty much par for the course here. Now, yes, this movie has a lot of characters. Carter, would you say there was probably about at the beginning of this movie, 20 some odd characters?
Man, it was like 50 niggas in this whole movie, man. It was everywhere, man. There was so many people, I couldn't count them. It was everywhere. It was everywhere, man.
Well, I mean, and that's not an unfair statement, because it's like, what was it? We had, on top of the people that we got pictured here, of course, Idris Elba.
Yeah.
As Bloodsport. We got Margot Robbie returning as Harley Quinn. Joel Kinnaman returning as Rick Flag.
Yeah.
We've also got Sylvester Stallone taking on the role of King Shark. David Dastmalchian playing Polka Dot Man.
That creepy dude in every movie. I'm not remembering his name. He's just the creepy motherfucker in every movie.
I didn't realize how many comic book movies he's been in.
Oh, yeah, he's been in several. Because I used to get him confused, because he almost kind of sort of maybe a tiny bit looks like Cillian Murphy. So I would always get them confused, because they used to both always play the creepy motherfucker in movies.
Right, like the sweaty, creepy mother-fucker too.
Yeah.
You can't. They like, motherfuckers should be sweating for no reason. Which I can't say shit, because that's me.
It's like you can smell the must from across the street.
Ooh,
gross. Like the motherfuckers that just permanently smell like they've been outside.
Remember, you ever watch? Remember The Walking Dead? Remember the priest?
Yeah.
Remember how that motherfucker just always looked moist? Motherfucker's forever sweaty.
Don't ever say the word moist to me. Don't ever do that again. Don't ever do that.
But who else do we have in this?
Nathan Fillion was in it.
Yeah, Nathan Fillion is TDK. Yeah, Michael Rooker is Savant. Had John Cena, of course, as Peacemaker.
Yeah. You had Sean Gunn, James Gunn's brother, was Weasel.
Yep. As well as another character that we'll talk about here a little in a little bit. I'm trying to remember. There was another character. Daniela Melchior. Daniela Melchior was a Ratcatcher 2, who is also featured on the poster. We had, who else was it?
Wasn't that the boy from Game of Thrones who got the gold poured on his head?
Wait, which one?
Was that who Javelin was?
No. Okay. I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. I'm not really familiar. Like, that was Flula Borg, who is.
That motherfucker sound like a Star Trek villain.
He does, actually. He actually does. He's the one who played Javelin Which you take that you will. What was it Pete Davidson?
Javelin was a YouTuber.
Wait, which one?
Apparently, according to the chat, Javelin was a YouTuber.
Oh Lord. Well, there's that one. We also, of course, had Jai Courtney coming back as Captain Boomerang. Pete Davidson as Blackguard. I'm trying to think who. I'm gonna fuck her name up. I'm just gonna say Mei Ling and leave it at that. Is playing Mongal, not Mongol, Mongal. I don't know how to pronounce that. I don't know how to pronounce the just the NG by itself. I'll fuck it up.
Yeah.
You know how long it took me to learn how to say Ingui Malmsteen's name correctly?
Don't say that too many times. Then that's how Beetlejuice gets you.
Jesus. But no, those were for the most part the majority of and we had Alice Braga as Sol Soria. So take that. Oh, and Peter Capaldi as the Thinker. That was one of the other characters I was forgetting about. Yeah. So Carter.
Yes.
What did you think about the like without getting into spoilers or anything? What did you think about the way this movie like just kind of threw you right in?
That's what I liked about the movie. They didn't really. I like when movies don't do too much. Like what's the word I'm looking for? You know how like when every time a Spider-Man movie comes out, we always got to see Uncle Ben get murked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like how in this movie they didn't try to reintroduce the characters. You probably watched the first one. If you didn't,
right,
you know who Harley Quinn is. You know who Captain Boomerang is. You know who Joel Kinnaman is just off of pictures and trailers. Mm-hmm. So I like the fact that it started at go immediately. We're immediately about to see them do something because that's 9 times out of 10. That's how the issues of the comic start. So that was one thing that I really did like how it just started off quick.
Mm.
What about you? How did you feel about how it started up?
Oh, it took me by surprise. I was not prepared. Like when the opening kicks off and just shit starts popping off.
Yeah.
I'm without saying I don't want to say too much about it like right now, but I mean this is no secret. But James Gunn was very adamant when the movie was first announced that don't get attached to any characters.
Yeah.
In the movie because no one. He said no one, but honestly, there are some safe characters. Really, one. There's one safe character that's really it.
There you go. There you go. One. And I think we can all agree who that one safe character was. I give you a clue. That bitch got a whole ass cartoon. She got a spinoff movie. She got a new comic coming out that was on Keep It Plus Ultra. Plug. Mm-hmm. That was the one movie you knew she'd be all right.
Everybody else was expendable. Everybody else could have caught it. This was as close to like early seasons Game of Thrones as you could possibly get. Like season 1 to season 3 Game of Thrones where like anybody could have caught it.
Yeah.
Anybody could have caught it at any moment, at any point in the movie, no matter how popular or likable the character. Do not get attached to anybody in this movie. That said, the thing that I thought that they did a really good job with here, and I'm actually kind of glad that they did this. I'm actually glad that James Gunn did keep some of the people that actually worked in the first Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah.
Like the characters that actually worked, bringing back Captain Boomerang, bringing back Harley Quinn, Rick Flag, bringing back Viola Davis as Amanda Waller. Also thought giving Amanda Waller a team, like I mean she kind of had a team in the first movie, but they weren't people that you just were gonna pay attention to, right?
Yeah.
Like did you? Okay, I just recently before this movie came out went back and watched the first Suicide Squad.
Mm-hmm.
Like just to refresh my memory on some shit.
Yeah.
Did you know David Harbour was in that?
Yeah, he was one of the government guys that didn't like Task Force X. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, he was one.
Because he was one of the first ones that saw Enchantress when she was doing that shit.
Yeah, when she was popping and locking.
Yeah, she was doing that Zafina Tekken 7 shit. Yeah.
The dark will rise.
Yeah.
Wait. First off, dude, can I just say something? Having gone back and watched that movie with a
Mhm.
fresh pair of eyes, I haven't seen the first Suicide Squad since the year it came out. I
Yeah.
saw it like twice when it first came out, and I really haven't watched it again since.
Yeah.
And then this was my first time watching it since, and I was just like, ugh, they had Enchantress up here dancing ugly to motherfucker.
She was just doing this whole movie.
The dark will rise. The world will fall.
You sound like Chris Angel now. Cut it out. Cut it out.
Mind freak. But no, anyway. All that aside, this movie is a grand step forward.
Oh yeah.
From everything, because okay, with going into it, yeah, like say you got we're talking about this whole cast of characters, whatever, and for the most part, I thought everybody was shining. For the most part, I feel like everybody came in, did their job. Everyone felt like the character that I felt they were playing, regardless of how much screen time they got. I felt like Captain Boomerang was Captain Boomerang. He was what I liked about the first Suicide Squad movie in regards to Captain Boomerang. He's an asshole. He fucks with people. Like when they're on the helicopter getting ready to go to the mission, and he's fucking with Savant. The conversations the characters are having with each other. I'm gonna go ahead and say right now, I don't know. For me, the thing that really brought it home was that, every character, I felt like no one was phoning it in. No one was really phoning it in.
That's one of the good things. That's one of the things that I really, really loved about this movie is that everybody played that role. Everybody played that role well. And because everyone played that role well, everybody got their time to shine, no matter how minute or long and bombastic that it was. Everybody had their moment. Every single fucking character from that first trailer we saw with all those names going across the fucking screen, everybody had their moment, which that's unheard of. But it was done in a really great way, and I think people can take this film from James Gunn and they could kind of learn that you could have X amount of fucking people in a movie and still give everyone their due. So that I liked. That I really, really liked about this movie.
Oh yeah. It's okay, and I want to go just the ones that were particular note to me. Because look at this cast, man. They had okay. So remember in the first movie, was there at any point Rick Flag was in the classic yellow tee?
No. When I saw that on that first trailer they showed, I thought that was dope.
Dude, I was like, dude, that's Rick Flag. I was like, Joel Kinnaman, right there. It's not to say that he wasn't good in the first movie, but Joel Kinnaman, you could tell he actually was putting in the work on this movie. He actually made me really give a fuck about Rick Flag in this movie versus how much I didn't really dislike him in the first movie. I just didn't care about his character.
He was your stereotypical, this is the dude I'm finna play with in this Call of Duty campaign who don't speak.
Right. Yeah.
That's what Joel Kinnaman was in the first Suicide Squad film. Not to cut you off, real quick.
Ahead.
If you all can look down there, it says the Suicide Squad review, spoiler free. I don't give a fuck how long you've been in here. I don't care if you send a super chat out. Do not spoil the movie in chat for fucking people who have not seen it.
Yeah, don't spoil it. Yeah. If we're going to talk about, when we talk about spoilers, trust me, I'm going to put the banner will go up and you will see it'll be time for spoilers.
And I will even go back once we finish this up and I will put it somewhere in the description or in the comments of people who want to cut ahead or anything like that, specifically for that reason. So everybody is going in the hole. We ain't removing comments. I'm just flat out telling you motherfuckers out if y'all spoiling it in the chat. Period.
Which that reminds me, I meant to actually take notes of when I'll have a note for when we actually get into getting to that part.
Matter of fact, let me get my serious on. Hold on.
Get your series on. Get your series on. There you go.
I feel like Dwayne Wayne when I do this.
Dude, I was about to say, dude, I said you look like a whole ass Dwayne Wayne.
Yeah,
Look, I started hearing that A Different World music. I thought you was about to go
Don't
and
do
steal.
it. Don't do it. I swear to God, don't do it. Suicide Squad. That's what we were talking about.
Yes, Suicide Squad, yes. But no, okay, let's get back into it.
Yeah.
Even the stupid characters, like Peacemaker.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, Peacemaker even had me kind of like, man, I kind of like this guy.
You know what? I wouldn't even say it was Peacemaker. I think it was John Cena. John Cena was very thorough in this movie. It surprised me how I walked away from this thinking like, okay, John Cena actually did his thing in this movie.
Oh yeah, no. Even okay, you know what? I'll tell you this too. Your boy Idris.
Mm-hmm.
You know what my biggest fear was for him in this movie?
What was that?
That he would just be a Deadshot stand-in.
Yeah.
Like, because I was like, oh, they're making him Bloodsport. Well, basically, he's Deadshot with a slightly different skill set and a very similar problem, like a similar story plot problem. But like, because they didn't get Will Smith back, they got Idris Elba to kind of fill in that gap. But they actually found a way to insert Idris Elba's character of Bloodsport into this movie without making him feel that way during the movie.
Let me say this right now. I guarantee you, of the people that really, really enjoyed the first Suicide Squad film, me being one of them, and I think people that just enjoy the DC movies as a whole, we didn't want Will Smith to fucking begin with.
No.
So
well, no.
Get Fresh Prince the fuck up out of here. We got Luther.
Yeah.
We got Luther now.
We
got Stringer Bell in here with John Cena. Okay. I will absolutely take Luther over King Richard. I will take Stringer Bell over Toot. I will always take Idris Elba over this. No.
So the bone density machines.
No.
Look, I'm gonna be real. Honestly, if James Gunn decided he wanted to just make Idris Elba, because I think originally Idris Elba did come out and say that they originally said that he was playing Vigilante, which is an actual character, by the way.
Yeah.
But they originally said he was playing Vigilante because they wanted to hide who it was he was playing. Honestly, if they just would have said he was Deadshot, but they just changed the actor, I wouldn't even have been mad about that. But I'm glad they didn't, because I actually really kind of like the Bloodsport character.
I do too.
That they gave us. But this right here, King Shark, I ain't gonna lie, I tried really hard not to like King Shark. I actually went out of my way to not like, because it was Sylvester Stallone and he'd been on that bullshit lately. He'd been on that Fox News bullshit, and I was like, nah, I can't get with it. But I ain't gonna lie, motherfucker had me laughing. So King Shark had my ass hollering.
Yeah,
laughing.
King Shark was great. I could not tell until the end, toward the end of the movie, off of one. It's funny how I was able to finally tell that was Sylvester Stallone, because every time I heard King Shark, I could not hear Sylvester Stallone's voice.
Right.
I could not, and that says a lot about him, because you look at Groot. You look at the
that's Vin Diesel.
Yeah, you look at the Iron Giant. You know that's Vin Diesel. That did not sound like Sylvester Stallone. No,
it was only little spots. But the only reason I knew it was him is just because I guess I've watched way too many goddamn Sly movies that like I could hear it in him. But the shit that he was saying was so fucking ridiculous half the time. They're just like they're sending like the bit from the trailer where they're dude, that shit, disguise.
Yeah,
mustache, or is it bird?
Yeah,
they're like
I could only tell that
it comes.
I think you're gonna say this is real ugly, and I think a lot of people in the chat are going. I hope they agree with me on this one. I couldn't tell that was King Shark until the end when King Shark screamed because I have heard that Sylvester Stallone scream in several action movies.
Look,
that's when I could tell that was Sylvester Stallone.
You heard that John Spartan come out of him. John Spartan came out. Demolition Man showed up.
Had King Shark screamed out, Phoenix, bruh, I would have fell the fuck out.
Bruh, dude.
But yeah, Sylvester Stallone was really, really good in this.
Oh my god, dude, I would have hollered. But no, it was like I said, King Shark. He was lit. Honestly, he brought. Okay, if you would have told me that King Shark was going to be the one to bring heart and soul into this movie, I'd have laughed you out the motherfucking building. But he did. They found a way to bring in this character who is typically not really played up as a heart and soul style character a lot of times. And they found a way to make this dude really fucking cool. And they honestly, I was like, you know what I thought about watching this character? I thought to myself, I wish my daughter was older because she would love this character, but I'm not letting her watch this movie. Because I could already tell you right now, she would love King Shark. It's kind of like, but I was like, dude, I can't let my little baby watch this.
Man, that little girl gonna be so excited and seeing him run with the little jellyfish right there. And as soon as she see him split that dude like a goddamn biscuit, you gonna horrify your baby.
She gonna be like, what?
She gonna see that man get split open like a Hawaiian roll and then look at you crazy and run out the room.
look, she'll never be the same again. But no, another character. Your boy Polka Dot Man.
Yeah.
I didn't expect to like this guy as much as I did.
Yeah.
They actually changed him up a little bit. He's not exactly like he is in the comics. But they did it for the better, and I actually kind of hope that if DC decides to bank on the popularity of this character based on this movie, I hope they actually take a page out of this movie's playbook. But I thought he was cool. He had weird ass hangups that made him interesting.
Yeah. I will say this. I'm already expecting several lanky, skinny ass white people to be running around in polka dot outfits for Halloween.
You already know.
Spirit Halloween in Party City is finna make a killer.
look, you gonna go to Target and you gonna see like a whole row of Polka Dot Man costumes. Y'all gonna see it. Y'all gonna see some King Sharks and some Polka Dot Mans.
I can't wait to see the dude with a white t-shirt on and some all white Dickies. And that motherfucker went and grabbed a cup out of his goddamn kitchen and just dipped it in paint and just...
You know somebody gonna do that shit.
You know it's coming.
Oh
you
yeah,
know it's coming.
Look, and they gonna get like some motherfucking do they still sell Pogs? They even still sell that shit. Motherfucker get like a whole cup full of Pogs and just fling them at you.
There are kids who watch this. Selling pretty ass white girls called prostitution. Don't start that kind of shit. We talking about Suicide Squad right now. Red Infamy, how are you doing, lady? But no, we not doing that. We're not doing that. Okay, it is 10:44 in the morning. We're not doing that right now. We're not doing that.
Not that kind of Pog.
Oh
no. What's up, Red Infamy? Y'all go check out my homie Red Infamy, y'all. She's out here holding it down in the video game sector. Just doing it. Yeah, matter of fact, you know what? Just for that card, I do got to hit the danger.
You're telling me to stop it for it. He said it.
Nah, y'all know what kind of Pogs I was talking about. Y'all knew what kind I was talking about. I was talking about the little circular things that you used to have to flip and shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, or Pog or Pog. See, Bill gets it.
Yeah.
But no, Polka Dot Man. I thought he was a really cool character. Power was really interesting. And just I can't even say any more about him. John Cena though, John Cena had it though. John Cena, look, I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah.
It took a while, but I think John Cena finally found it.
What you mean?
Not to say he was a bad actor before, that he didn't like perform well in the movies that he's in, but I feel like he found a role that he could just throw himself into and be the most believable character that he could possibly be.
Yeah.
Like when he like watching this movie, I was like, I believed him. I believed this dude was who he said he was. I believed him. Straight up and down.
Yeah.
Unequivocally. I believe this motherfucker was Peacemaker. I was like, this motherfucker will kill whoever he got to kill for liberty and peace. And I actually, he said that if he had, what was he say? He said if he had to eat, was it said the island had dicks all over it?
Yeah.
He had to eat every dick on the island for liberty. He said he'd do it.
If he had to be Superhead for world peace, then he's Superhead.
Yeah, I mean, I believed him. But yeah, and then of course, yeah, let's say your boy Idris Elba. I liked his conflict. Yeah, Luther. Yeah, his name, it's just Luther from now on. Fuck it. But no, Luther was out here. I actually, dude, I never thought most of the characters in this movie, most of them, with the exception of like, of course, King Shark, Harley Quinn, Rick Flag, Captain Boomerang, some of the more well-known characters. Most of these other characters, like I either wasn't incredibly familiar with them or just didn't give a fuck about them. And I was like, dude, damn, Bloodsport kind of high key out here. This motherfucker had the little Nerf gun jump. We were talking about that earlier before. He had the Nerf gun jump where he had it on his arm where he would pull it back like the Nerf jump and then let it go and it just would impale motherfuckers.
I didn't know that's what you were talking about. I thought you were talking about the one in the trailers that was spinning and shit. You just talking about the fucking you just beam somebody's ass with a rubber band after you just wrap some tight ass paper on it. And boy.
Yeah, he just like, bam. But and he was killing motherfuckers with that shit. But no, he was out here, and I would even go as far as say Harley Quinn. I thought they did a good job of Harley Quinn. So we're 3 movies in with Harley Quinn between Suicide Squad, Birds of Prey, and now this. Yeah. And I think this is the best version of Harley Quinn we have gotten so far. I think this is like James. I was like, James Gunn gets it.
It still makes me laugh that if you go back to the first Suicide Squad movie, Harley Quinzel jumps in a fucking vat of acid, whatever the fuck, skin bleaching, Planet Fitness tanning salon juice. I don't know what the fuck she jumped into, but she dived into it. She jumped in there, a regular white woman, came out as powder with a New York accent. I don't understand it.
They kind of skipped around some of the shit that like from the comics where Harley Quinn has like metahuman capabilities, or borderline, like she's technically enhanced to a degree, but
I just want to know how you jump into whatever the fuck you jumped into.
That was just acid.
And came out talking acid. Like how you jump into a vat of acid and you come out talking like Curtis Jackson? How you come out talking like 50? How you come out talking like one of the motherfuckers from the Locks? Like right. why she sound like Jadakiss? Why Harley Quinn sound like Jadakiss?
Jadakiss. wait, but here's the thing though. This is what I loved about it. I love the fact that even when they were kind of letting Harley Quinn do her shtick, like her kind of goofy girl shtick, she was still a bad guy. She was still they didn't try and that was kind of my problem with the first Suicide Squad is that they spent too much time trying to remind you that these characters are villains, but they also were trying to humanize them at the same time. This movie doesn't do that. I mean, it does humanize some of the characters, but they're not sitting here. They're still making it very clear to you that while, yes, we are humanizing them, they're still bad people.
Yeah. Okay, I do apologize. I see some people. We got some New Yorkers in the chat. They said that's a Boston accent. So she jumped into some acid, and now she sounds like she about to be in The Departed. Okay, then.
Yeah. She coming out like Marky, like little Marky Mark.
Bet.
But I felt they did the I don't know. Carter, did you ever watch Suicide Squad: Hell to Pay? The animated jump?
Was that the one with Reverse Flash in as the bad guy?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Okay. I kind of felt they did something similar to this movie.
Yeah.
That they did with that movie, but they did it a little bit better, is that they gave you just the right amount of Harley Quinn.
Okay.
It wasn't too much,
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't too little. It was just right.
Okay.
We own some
Okay.
Goldilocks and the Three Bears shit now.
Mm-hmm.
But no, that said, here, let's go ahead. I feel like, yeah, but okay, all in all, Carter, what did you like overall, your thoughts, the movie? Did you like this movie? Did you love this movie? Did you hate it? Did you
Okay.
how do you where are you at on this movie?
So out of non-DCU movies, I'm not counting Joker because that's his own separate thing. So we got 9.
Right.
It took them 9 movies just to get 2 good ones. Out of 9 movies, we got Shazam and this. That's it.
That's it.
I see a lot of people that are saying like this is the best DC movie ever. That ain't a tall mountain to climb.
No, it really ain't. It really ain't. Well, no, okay. That's the same shit I was saying with the Snyder cut. Everybody's like, "Oh, it's better than the Joss Whedon." You didn't have to try that hard.
Okay. And
but this is the same thing here.
Yeah.
Is this better than the first Suicide
But
Squad?
But that's the thing, though. I don't want to take anything away from this movie because, in my opinion, this movie was great. The original Suicide Squad movie, I enjoyed that movie too. But that movie was, or the version of the movie we saw, because now we know that wasn't David Ayer's version. Even the director's cut wasn't David Ayer's version.
No.
The version we got of Suicide Squad in theaters was a dumb, fun action movie that was trying to be Guardians of the Galaxy a little bit. Yeah. This movie, I told people that have come to me, and because they'll tell me that they like certain Marvel movies, they'll bring up like Winter Soldier as an example. And they said they liked the Winter Soldier because if you take the superhero shit out of that movie, it's still a great movie. I think if you take the superhero stuff out of this movie, it's still a good movie to me.
This is like what the Expendables should have been. No, I think this movie is great. Like, yeah, and I'm with you. I actually like the original Suicide Squad. I don't think it's a perfect movie. I don't think it's a great movie. I think it's a fun movie.
Yeah, it's a dumbass. It's something to red box, watch on the couch. With your
right, people. Yeah. I'm not taking that shit seriously.
Yeah.
Like, I've always kind of stood by the fact that I always felt like Shazam was like the first real good, legitimately good DCEU movie. And then this right here came along, and I'm like, this is honestly... is the best DC, like, I mean, yeah, saying it's the best DCEU movie ever, not a tall order. But at the same time, this shows that they can produce good movies when they actually have people in place who know what the fuck they're doing, i.e. James Gunn. Now, it took a Marvel guy coming in, a guy who made movies for Marvel to come in and show them how to do it right. But James Gunn came in, put his foot in it. He put his foot in this movie with the bad toe and everything. Let's but before we get into spoilers, which we are about to get into spoilers, y'all. I do want to go back because we got a ton of super chats. Yeah, and I want to make sure that we get. I'm not gonna be able to show all of them because some of them are way further back. But we got one from Ed Boy in the Cut. Says Suicide Squad was great, however, it could have been tighter. An hour 45 would have been perfect. Some scenes just linger too long. I can agree with that to a certain extent. There were some scenes that I did feel kind of went on.
I can only think of one particular scene, and that's what I told people when they asked me what I thought about the movie. There was one scene that I think you could have took that shit out, or you could have done it different.
Which one would you have said?
That would have been a spoiler.
Oh, never mind then. Okay.
Yeah.
I tell you what, mine. There was one Harley Quinn scene that I think ran just a hair too long. And that's all I'll say on that one. Yeah. But I didn't think it was bad. Honestly, you could have shaved about 15, 20 minutes off the movie. I think it would have made it a bit tighter. There's a couple little things, little subplot that I won't go into that I think you probably could have gotten away with if you left it out. But, it is what it is. Yeah. What was the Trusty Milkshake with the $10 super chat says Aliens Fire Team is coming out at the end of the month. Predator Hunting Grounds is also still going strong after a year. Do you think these games have potential? Well, okay. Well, first and foremost, Predator Hunting Grounds. That game is tough for me.
That game is tough for you because you trying to play as Predator, and it's going to take you the exact amount of time that this movie was just to get a match.
Just to get a match, yeah. That's well. Also, did they ever fix crossplay? Did they ever fix crossplay?
From a lot of the information I've looked up about Hunting Ground, apparently they fixed a lot of stuff.
Okay.
They fixed a lot of stuff, but it's still gonna take you like 2 hours to find you a good match.
Right. Like you'd have to run customs or something if you wanted to really like get anything out of it. Which Aliens Fire Team's another story. I mean, I'm in. Yeah, I'm in for that. Yeah. But yeah, I think the Aliens Fire Team will probably stand the test of time more so than Predator. Than Predator will. LJ Brown with the 10 pounds says, shout out to the Blerd Collective. I couldn't stop seeing Carter as Bloodsport throughout the movie, especially the rat scenes. This movie may or may not be the best DCEU, but it's damn close. Like I said, I think it is.
I really don't like fucking rats. I don't.
I sure as fuck thought about you about that shit. I was like, this Carter right here. Look, that little rat started waving. Carter been gone. It'd have been a Carter-shaped hole in the wall.
I would never admit to this at any other point, but that scream that Idris Elba did when the rat got too close to him, if I saw a lot of rats like that around me, the bitch would have came out of me so quick. Damn. I don't give a fuck if this white woman is putting them around me for my protection. I'm going to holler.
Well,
I may very well hit you in the face. I'm going to apologize because you saved my life, but I can't fuck with rats. I can't fuck with rats.
Conway Bergdog with the $4.99 says Cena has me ready for the Peacemaker show and love you guys. Got to finish my wife's new building. Can only listen. She's giving me the side eye. Hey, look, don't have her bust you upside the head, Conway, man. I don't want her to get you.
What nose fin look like Harley's in this picture.
Look, man, what? You be sitting here like, my shit. No, but the thing I thought was kind of funny about this is that, I went from not giving a fuck about that Peacemaker show to watching this movie and to being like, I kind of want to see that Peacemaker show now. Because now that jet look like it's going to be kind of fire.
Oh, you know what? That's another thing I don't think a lot of people actually know. I don't think Red Infamy, I don't think you know this either, but a lot of people that that don't like Peacemaker in this film, I don't think y'all even know that he got an HBO Max show that's about to drop.
Yeah. And it's apparently going to connect not just to this movie, but to other DCEU properties, supposedly.
That one motherfucker y'all can't stand. Oh, that boy finna get a whole series right here.
Oh, yeah. And dude, y'all really ain't going to be able to stand this motherfucker by the time y'all get to the end of it.
Well, y'all wasn't begging for season 3 of Doom Patrol before.
Lord. Dude, what that motherfucker show up in Doom Patrol?
I would fall the fuck out.
That motherfucker just show up in a random episode of Doom Patrol, just chilling. Black Atlantean with the $4.99 super chat. A friend of mine said Suicide Squad was boring and had terrible acting. She almost got blocked and cussed out.
Why don't y'all realize people can have different opinions? Okay.
Yeah.
Red Infamy, good people, friend of mine. She don't like this goddamn movie. I'm gonna flame her when the show ends. But that's her, in the words of Bobby Brown, that's her prerogative.
Mm-hmm.
So you ain't gotta block her. You know, I mean, if you want to, that's cool. But people are gonna have their own opinions about this movie. You know what? I'll give you a clue as to who this is, Ernie. But there was somebody who said that there were two people actually that said the Snyder Cut was better than Infinity War and Endgame.
Oh Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Who was it?
Big M and one of their buddies. Yeah. But yeah, there are those people out there. So if there are people in this world that said the Snyder Cut is better than Infinity War and Endgame combined, so much so that this motherfucker could fall out his seat, there can be people that don't like the Suicide Squad, and you gotta let it rock, let it ride. Put your seatbelt back on, turn the radio up at the light, and just cruise.
Yeah, I mean that's all you can really do. That's really all you can do.
That's all you can do.
I mean it is what it is. I mean, I'm not gonna be mad at a motherfucker for it.
Mm-hmm.
But no, was it Black Kwame with the 499 super chat said, I love the movie. It was everything that the MCU avoids that is actually awesome, like the Deadpool movies. Well, I mean, and here's the funny thing. That's not for long. I mean, it's even that's going to change here before too long. But I mean, this movie, because of the nature of what it is, it kind of had to be a hard R rated movie. You had to do that. There was no way you were going to get around that. Which is something that the first Suicide Squad struggled with. But yeah, but that to be said, I also don't think that you have to have a rated R movie to be good. It just depends on what it is. Like if all you like is, I will be honest with you, if this movie didn't have the quality of acting, if it didn't have the quality of storytelling, if it didn't have the quality of all the other shit that's going on in this movie, that hard R wouldn't have meant shit to me.
Yeah.
Like at all.
I mean, at the end of the day, I think even though a lot of people won't admit to this, I think you have to give Ryan Reynolds his flowers at some point.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't for fucking him doing this shit with Deadpool, this would have probably been PG-13 again. Probably.
I would believe that. I would believe that 100%.
Yeah, so at least with this movie, they took that R rating, and in my opinion, they didn't do what a lot of movies do when they get a hard rating. A lot of F-bombs pop a titty out every once in a while.
Yeah.
This movie didn't do that. These sounded like sometimes with Peacemaker, he was just saying some shit. But everything that a lot of the people were saying in the film was natural. These are natural conversations.
It was natural dialogue. Even the banter between Peacemaker and Bloodsport. Like, or you know what my favorite lines, this isn't a spoiler or anything, but one of my favorite lines at the early part of the movie is when Amanda Waller's like, hey, I've gotten you a team of people with a unique skill set. And then when the first motherfucker she introduces Bloodsport to is Peacemaker, and he's like, wait a minute. He's like, I thought you said unique skill sets. He does the same shit I do.
And in true ugly ass white man fashion, no, but I do it better. No, you don't.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
You better take them raisins out that potato salad. All right, look, we gotta say $5 super chat for Blerd official in the building. Look, $5. Look, I'm gonna do the spin-a-rooney here in a minute. Thank you so much for that. That's the homie right there, blerd.com. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. By the way, I gotta put some respect on blerd.com's name because they've been out here. Interviews that you guys have been getting lately, like stuff with T. Franklin, the inside info that I've been getting with like Milestone, all this other stuff. Y'all can thank them for that. We also got the homie Debo the Black Panther with the $50. Said, taking my son to catch this next weekend. Keep up the great positive grind, my brothers. Salute. Hey, we appreciate you, Debo the Black Panther. You're always out here, man. And hey, I hope you enjoy this, man. It is. Oh man, it's.
My grandmama gave me that vibranium.
Dude, I'm gonna fall out. Look, I can already see. I can see. Could you imagine a motherfucker just rolling on somebody said, "My Wakanda punk." I fucking love that shit. And then we also got the homie Eric Morgan with the $10 super chat says, good morning, gentlemen. Movie started a little too fast for me, but made up for it pretty well. I think we can all agree King Shark and Ratcatcher need their own spinoff. Dude, I want to talk about something with Ratcatcher here in just a minute. We're gonna get into that. Let's jump into it's spoiler time, y'all.
All right.
It's spoiler time. Let's do it. So, this movie. Wait, what were you gonna say?
No, just seeing him in the mocap suit was just funny.
Oh damn! So Sean Gunn is getting double duty here in this movie because not only is he playing Weasel, he's also playing Calendar Man for the 2 seconds the Calendar Man's in the movie.
Yeah.
But I just want the reason why I wanted to show this picture. Everybody in this picture, if your ass was in this picture, you caught it. Unless, with the exception with the exception of 2 characters, Harley Quinn and this motherfucker right here.
How did that meeting go to like, okay, y'all, like all of you all are gonna be in this film. It's gonna be R-rated. You got James Gunn doing it. You've seen the quality with his Marvel films. But the majority of you motherfuckers finna die like first 10 minutes.
Dude, wait a minute. I love how Weasel jumped out the plane and just immediately drowned. They're like, why did you tell me he couldn't swim?
That would caught me off guard because I was just like, wait, what? Like, so what I thought was going to happen was that everybody was going to have fucked up ways that they caught it throughout the entire course of the movie. I did not expect to see so many people's clocks get cleaned in the first 10 minutes.
I was the same as you, though. When I first saw, when they said that a lot of characters are going to get killed, my initial thought was, okay, they're going to stagger these deaths throughout the movie.
Yeah.
And that is not the case.
James,
all these motherfuckers
got your ass.
I think with the only exception being Rick Flag, everybody else caught it at the beginning of the movie. No, I take it back. Weasel survives.
Yeah.
He actually does survive. You find out at the end of the movie that he is actually, in fact, that motherfucker laid on that beach, drowned for the whole 2-some hours of the movie, and then just got up and ran the fuck off.
Like, I remember I sat there and I'm looking at him, I'm like, damn, I am Weasel. Actually made it. Well, I guess no kid is safe over there in Corte Maltese.
Dude, oh, your boy Pete, was it Pete? Little Petey Pete.
A lot of people are gonna dislike what I'm about to say. And I don't know why I felt this way. Slight bars. But I don't know why seeing Pete Davidson get his face just completely deleted was so satisfying. I don't know why.
Dude, I think they knew it too. I think they knew it because, man, when he died,
but that bullet was
so ugly.
That bullet was Matt Hardy. It said delete.
Look, that motherfucker hit.
Oh, that got gone.
Dude, look, when that motherfucker hit him, I swear to God, I heard JR's voice. By God!
Wait,
you know what I thought about? I thought about that shit from Chisel to Adonis.
Oh God!
He's that man got sent to the upper room.
Oh yeah, he got the man. I wouldn't even say that, man.
Dude, your boy though. Why they do my boy Captain Boomerang like that?
That one pissed me off. That one pissed me off.
I almost cut the movie off.
Ain't gonna lie, because a lot of people will say that he was one of the main parts you actually remember from Suicide Squad, with the exception of like Harley and stuff like that. So for him to just get impaled by fucking splinters and wood and shit, and then to still have, you know what? I'll say this: he went out like a G, because if you catch it right before he got erased by that burning helicopter, he had a smile on his face.
Oh yeah, he was laughing. He was actually laughing as he was dying. It was kind of, okay, speaking of his death, Mongal, Lord, when she jumped on that helicopter and then she started hollering.
That's why I was like, bitch, what would you think was going to happen, you orange fool?
But the thing, though, she's supposed to be kind of like Mongol, who was like pretty powerful dude. And I was thinking, like, there ain't no way this going to kill her. And, bruh, when that heifer came, like when the helicopter crashed after it killed Captain Boomerang, the helicopter on fire, she crawling out the motherfucker just, just on fire. Just
you want to know why I love Blerd Cola so much?
Who was that?
It's because of great people like Philly Born 21. Pete died before his name showed up on the credits.
Dude, bro. It did. It did. I fucking died on that shit. And then, dude, okay, first off, credits. Can we talk about the credits? How the credits, when they came back around, it showed literally all the actors who died, their dead bodies, just laying on the ground. It did. When they went back through the credits, they went back and panned over everybody who died.
Oh, yeah, yes, it did. You know what? Okay. That first 10 minutes, in my opinion, the funniest one was TDK.
Boy. Dude.
Because when I saw it, so I had to rewind that part like 4 times because I was laughing so fucking hard. When they just unloading on his arms and you just see him withering him, just all on the ground, screaming and hollering. The first thing that popped in my head was when Eddie Murphy and Charlie Murphy were beating up Rick James' legs.
Oh yeah. Like, oh, my leg.
That was the first thing that popped in my head. They just whipping his arms. They just unload.
I was surprised they didn't shoot his arms in the first place. I was like, why didn't y'all just shoot his arms in the first place? The dude's arms really float. Dude.
Number one, I think James Gunn may have done it on purpose, but I could be wrong. Number one, the nasty pop noise it made when his arms came out. That was
yeah, that was on purpose.
Okay, that was number one. Number two, how it looks so fake, like you taking the arms of an action figure with the 2 little white bones sticking out. Okay, that was number one. And then when you see these motherfuckers come on like this etching, like they clearly on a fucking string, just somebody just slowly moving that motherfucker. That part had me tripping. And the fact that you let a levitating hand come at your face and hit you on the head, you deserve it. Because you saw him detach his arms and let that arm come to you to hit you in the face.
Dude.
So I kept trying to sit there and figure out, nigga, what did you even do to end up in Belle Reve if that's all your power?
You had to have robbed a liquor store. You didn't rob no bank. You robbed a liquor store. But no, your boy Javelin though, man.
You didn't even get to use the motherfucking
dude. Harley Quinn used the javelin more than that motherfucker did.
Only thing he got to do with that javelin is what you see in the trailer when he flipped it up to just walk. That's all he did with the javelin. Bro.
Also, I do want to point out, as mad as I was, speaking of not getting to use your shit, as much as I was mad about the Captain Boomerang thing, he still threw more boomerangs in this movie than he did in the first Suicide Squad.
No, I wouldn't say that. He threw one boomerang in this fucking movie.
The boomerangs he threw in the first movie, he threw a camera one, and then he threw like a regular one, and for the rest of the movie, he was just like using them hand to hand. He really like Captain Boomerang was the most non-boomerang throwing motherfucker I'd ever seen in my life in that first movie.
I mean, but at least like, okay, he threw the boomerang one time in this movie, but at least if you all know your first person shooter lingo, at least it was a collat.
Right.
At least it was a collat. At least he went out on a collat. You can share that and post that on IG or something. But,
yeah, you'll put it on TikTok. Do it for the TikTok.
I'm just looking at some of these. And I'm like, look at mine, gal. You took the time to get painted orange, get that big ass head, just get lit on fire and twirl on
burnt up. I'm talking about burnt. I'm talking about she got fried up crispy.
Yeah,
she looking like Spawn now.
So another thing I really liked about this, even though I know for a fact this would never fucking happen in any form of media except my recommended this week. Amanda Waller getting Tiger Woods in the back of the head.
Boy, dude. So look, real talk. Let's go into it. The reason why this is happening is because now, okay, because we ain't spoiled. We talk about this shit. Yeah. Your boy Starro.
Yeah.
That's Project Starfish. Starro gets loose. He busting out this L7 square, and he is acting a whole fool. Which I actually thought that they did a good job with how they handle the like the threat of Starro. But the gang decide they want to because basically Starro's gonna be killing men, women, and children. Starro's about to completely destroy an entire country, and Amanda Waller's like, fuck them. And at first, Bloodsport is kind of like, yeah, fuck them.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, nah, I gotta go back and do something. And then she gonna try and blow him up.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna try and blow him up. And it takes the folks, and actually, this is why I thought it was so surprising. And this is why I'm kind of glad that she had a cast of characters around her, because I didn't want Amanda Waller to come to that conclusion herself. I feel like if they would have done the thing where, like, they show how she kind of struggled with whether or not she wanted to hit the button. Like, it almost kind of seemed like she was going to do it. She was going to do it, but you could tell she fought with it. Like, she was like,
which I would say Amanda Waller would not do.
No. She would have just done it.
There were a few moments in this movie where Amanda Waller was not really Amanda Waller. The OG Suicide Squad was more Amanda Waller than this one. James Gunn kind of took some freedoms with her, and you can like it or you can't. I personally didn't vibe with some of it, but I was happy when she got Donkey Konged in the back of the fucking head.
Yeah. Well, and that's kind of the one thing that made me kind of come back around to it, because kind of like when she caught everybody gambling on who was going to make it, like the real Amanda Waller would have said something. She'd have been like,
she would have did what she did in the OG Suicide Squad. She would have shot every motherfucker at that table and then took the money.
And then what was it, Ratcatcher? When Ratcatcher was asleep and she was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, honey." But I ain't gonna lie, that part I kind of did slick like, because it reminded me of my mom. It reminded me of some shit my mom would have done to me. Be like, "Oh, baby, I'm sorry you didn't get a good enough. Get your ass up."
Yeah. If I tried that 5 more minute shit before school, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Had Viola Davis came over there and then snatched the covers off of flashbacks.
Man, dude,
flashbacks.
I'd have been triggered. I'd have been like, but no, but no, I actually thought that what they did here with this, that whole setup, I actually thought it kind of brought me around on board when they made it where her team had to put her in check, because she was going to do it. And I like the fact that her team kind of questioned her throughout the movie. Like, they were like, you gonna do this? You gonna do that? That was kind of
hold up. If you all needed any more of just an extra bit of, man, that boy Ernie really is a nerd. We ain't gonna act like we didn't just hear that goddamn Persona notification pop off on your phone.
Hey, look, leave me alone, man. I was trying to get my guts up. I was trying to get my guts up, man. Leave me alone.
I mean, as clear as day, he just got a new social link in the middle of the Blerd cave.
Look, I'm just saying, man. Look, leave me alone. Look, I gotta take the exam. The finals is coming up, man. I gotta get my intelligence up. Yes, I can stun on all my friends. But I liked it. There was some really cool stuff. The Rick Flag joint. Rick Flag and Peacemaker.
Yeah.
That fight at the end, I ain't gonna lie, that kind of fucked with me a little bit.
Why is that?
Just because, I was like, man, dude. I was like, I don't like watching Rick Flag get broke off like this.
So here's the thing. I did not expect Peacemaker to be in on it until he went missing.
Yeah.
And then he was like, I told you I don't trust him. I knew, okay, something up with his ass. Did not think about Amanda Waller. Didn't think about him basically going to the extent of murking Rick Flag for peace.
Right.
But I will say that was an Amanda Waller thing to do.
Yes. She always has an ace in the hole.
Yeah, it's like it was weird because in this movie, like she would do things that were Amanda Waller, and then she would do things that weren't really how she would operate. Amanda Waller, in the middle of this battlefield, the first half of your goddamn squad is dead and gone. What the fuck is Savant gonna do except holler and run? And you just gonna blow him up? That's not an Amanda Waller thing to do.
No, Savant was honestly the most like that was the realest. I think that was the realest thing I saw in that entire movie was when Savant was like, "Yeah,
Nope.
no, I got to go." He was like, "I got to go."
I was so happy that he caught it for killing that goddamn bird, you bitch. I was so happy that you got your head blown off, and
then the bird eating his brain matter. Oh my god!
But back to you can go back to Peacemaker and Rick Flag. Rick Flag got his ass tore up.
Dude, you see him get caught in one of them he had that motherfucker in the coquina clutch.
Yeah, he sure had the boy the $1 million dream. It was I will say that did trip me out just because this is something that you said. This is something a buddy of mine said as well, but just like, damn, if you were in that original Suicide Squad movie, you weren't making it out of this one.
No, unless your name was Harley Quinn.
I was surprised that Rick Flag died, but I have read enough Suicide Squad and I have seen him die several times.
He'll be back.
Well, I don't know. Well, we still got that fucking Flash movie coming, so maybe. But possibly. I was not expecting him to catch it in this one.
Yeah, and honestly, I hate that he did because, like, I actually was like, dude, I'm now liking you as a character, and now they're taking you away.
I was expecting. Here's one for you. I was expecting Rick Flag to do what Bloodsport did at the end.
Okay.
To where he was going to keep that, but use it to get them out because they all got closer or whatever the fuck.
Right. Which is a Rick Flag move. That's actually something Rick Flag
I was
do.
totally I could see Rick Flag trying that shit.
Easily.
Even though he was all about peace, like the main villain of the fucking movie was really Peacemaker.
He really was. He slick. By the way, I will say though, man, that dude was cold. For wearing that little toilet bowl thing on his head, he was cold, the motherfucker.
It was a symbol for peace and freedom. It was
justice. Like toilet bowl. It looked like fucking toilet bowl.
Oh, one thing we need to talk about. I've never seen James Gunn do this in his films before, but the way he shot the fight with Rick at the beginning, with Rick and Peacemaker on the helmet, that was dope.
I did like that.
Dope.
I liked it too for a couple of different reasons. One, because it was different, but also because you could tell when the helmet came off of Peacemaker, he turned into a different person. You could tell that like when the helmet came off, his mind kind of like, I don't know. It was like some really cool shorthand they were doing. They were basically letting you know that he was seeing himself and he didn't like what he saw. He didn't like the reflection that he saw of himself in that helmet. And even when he was fucking Rick Flag up, you could tell he didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
But he knew he had to do it.
It did look like he was going to cry when he killed him. And I mean, he had just called him a hero. And he was begging, like, I'm gonna break you off. Just don't make me break you off. I don't really want to put these hands on you. I will, but please don't make me give you this F5. I don't look like. I think that says a lot about John Cena's acting in the movie.
Yeah,
I think
he
that says a
great
lot.
Job.
He was able to emanate that. Like, I really don't want to adjust your attitude, but I will.
But he's like, but I'm gonna look. You know what it was? He reminded me like when your mom or your dad go give you that ass whooping, but you know they don't want to give you that ass whooping, but they gonna give it to you anyway. Well, he's like, well, I got to do it. I gotta do it. Well, they take that belt off, be like,
the multiverse show. That is the nastiest opinion I have seen all week. The Suicide Squad is the second best DCEU movie after the Batman v Superman Ultimate Edition. You get a nasty award for that one.
Look, that is
you get a nasty award for that one.
Look, hold on, wait a minute, player. No, I can't let it stand. No,
you have too much. I hate that you keep finding more of these fucking things.
I do, man. I keep finding. Dude, I got tons of them.
Oh my god!
But no,
you know what? Somebody else in the chat said something. This honestly did feel like you were reading a Suicide Squad comic.
Right, yeah.
As soon as Peacemaker pointed that gun at Rick Flag and said, I'm afraid I can't let you do that. Boom. Now you got to wait next month for the new issue. So, you know what I'm saying?
Dude.
So that.
Could you imagine?
Yeah.
Dude, could you imagine some shit like that? I'd have fell out. I would have fell out on that shit.
Yeah.
But no, actually, I just recently started reading the Suicide Squad, the current Suicide Squad comic that's running right now that has Peacemaker in it.
Yeah.
And dude, that was Peacemaker.
Yeah.
That was Peacemaker. He's like, all right, I still gotta complete the mission.
Yeah.
But let's see. King Kuda with $2 super chat says James Gunn for making Justice League.
I would not want to see that.
Ooh, that Justice League movie would be
that. I would not want to see that. Now y'all doing too much.
I want to keep James Gunn in his element. I want to keep him in his element.
You just learned how to cook. I don't need you trying to fix my car. No. Well,
and the thing about and here's the thing about James Gunn. I want to keep James Gunn in his element because while yes, he does do a good job with teen movies. We've seen this with Guardians. We've seen this with obviously with this movie as well. But at the same time, the Justice League has a certain dynamic that I don't know what kind. I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna say he's incapable of doing it. I think he could do it, but I would rather see his talents put elsewhere. I'd rather him maybe do something else. I don't even know what that would be.
If you want James Gunn to do a fucking Justice League movie, I bet you want Eli Roth to do Avengers. Like, what?
Ooh, no. Ooh, I don't want Eli Roth nowhere near that motherfucker.
Let's get Tarantino to do the Young Avengers. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he gonna do the Champions.
Oh, let's get Tyler Perry to do Teen Titans.
Oh god, no, I'm good on all of that. Anyway, I think it's safe to say we enjoyed the movie though. We enjoyed the movie a lot.
Yeah.
Solid movie, great movie. It did everything it needed to do. It did everything it said it was gonna do on the tin, and I'm here for it. Let's keep this thing moving, man.
Okay.
Because we are gonna switch over. We're gonna switch over to the Venom side of things because we got a new Venom trailer this week, which I was not expecting at first.
I was not.
Especially considering we had already. Well, I guess we got a teaser. We got a teaser trailer. For Venom up to that point, but I wasn't necessarily expecting this when it or rather I wasn't necessarily expecting I wasn't expecting it to happen when it happened. I'll put it that way. Here, let me do this so I can share the screen right quick.
Okay.
But
why is that where it started?
Dude, I have no idea, man. I have no idea. I'm just look.
Fool. Why is that where it is?
Look, hey, that is literally the very beginning of the trailer. It fades into that shit. But I do look, this motherfucker, look, he licking his lips. He's like,
I didn't need you to make that sound in my fucking ear, is what I did not need you to do.
I'm just saying though. But I will kind of going into this though. Venom, Let There Be Carnage, which is of course the follow-up to the first Venom movie. This one is I think in this trailer, we're going to see a couple of things in particular, just based on, some of the memes and some of the talk I've seen on Twitter. People talking about how, they're deviating from the story, but we'll see that here in just a sec. Carter, are you ready? You ready for this?
I am actually.
Here, let's go ahead and do it. We're going to jump into it. We're going to take a look at Venom. Let there be carnage. They start out about roughly the exact same way. Is probably part of the problem here. Let's get the other one. Let's get the other one.
Y'all want to know why Carter don't give a fuck about this movie? You just saw the beginning part of that trailer.
Yeah, shit. Anyway.
Oh,
Here it is. Yeah. Boom. Got it.
Okay.
Oh shit. Where did it go? It did a weird thing. I can't help it.
What's this? We got a $5 super chat from Timothy McCollum. What up, fellas? Quick question. Where did you two meet? Just curious about the origins of Blerd Without Fear and Carter Prime. Well, he just met me a couple weeks ago because the timelines of shit just got fucked off. If you want to know where he met Carter Presents, they worked not together but for the same place.
Yes, give or take.
Yeah, we were both GameStop shills.
Yes. This is why I always tell people, this is how you know that I'm why when people say, "Oh, you're a shill for this," trust me, my soul would be empty if I was. My soul would be incredibly empty if I was. But yes. But yeah, that said, it was, we met, we used to work for GameStop. Yeah. We used to encounter each other a lot through just normal GameStop interactions. Yeah. And I think we both had about the same love for the company as the other did. We did not enjoy it. It was awful. It was just a paycheck.
Know those guys that you all despise, that when you hand them your PS3 and your PSP and your GameCube and your PS2,
got dust all over it.
Yeah, when you
ketchup stains on the back of the motherfucker somehow.
Those controllers used to be all white, but because of your sweat, they about as dingy gray as they want to be. And you hand us these consoles with your 62 games, and then we proceed and then somebody would say, "Okay, for all of this, I can give you, let me see, $374 in credit and $685 cash." We was dumb niggas. That's what we were.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Wait. And then it hit you $685 cash. No. $6.85 cash, pimp.
Why you do that shit on purpose? I wouldn't say $6 and I would always say $6.85. Oh, bet, bro. Then they see that $5 go in their hand real quick, like, what the fuck is this? Yeah.
Look, motherfuckers would be hot. No, but yeah, I hated it. I would never go back there. But okay. Now that we got the right trail, it's good. Now we can get into it.
What I wanted in this world is carnage.
There we go.
Lady here. We should be out there snacking on bad guys. I am a predator.
Don't eat me.
I need to be free.
You have got to get control of your aggression, but you will get hauled off into Area 51.
So there's Shriek.
You live in my body. You live by my rules.
I'm sorry. I don't know what game will be. Please let me fix it so I can play it again.
He busted dude all up in his groove.
Eddie Brock, I want to give you my story. People love serial killers. Please, why me? What's mine is yours, and what's yours is mine.
Okay, so this is what they're talking about.
I tasted blood before, and that is not it.
Yeah. So instead of it being like, oh, the symbiote left the baby symbiote behind,
Well,
Cletus
that kind
just bit that motherfucker out.
yeah,
All I ever
it's
wanted
weird,
in
but
this
I don't mind
world
that.
I ain't gonna lie, I like Carnage with the fit. Dude, I love how he already doing absolute Carnage shit.
I'm not a crazy man. Are you a vengeful one?
Oh, shit.
Whoa, where you going?
That is a red one.
You need to come out right now.
Let you eat everybody. Promise.
I promise.
Oh, yeah.
Betty, you feel like home to me,
I'm not gonna lie. That's a scene I'd have kept for the movie.
like family.
Oh, wow.
You could just say, I'm happy for you.
That was going to be us.
Yeah, I'm happy for you.
No.
God, I'm
He
so
slapped the
sorry.
shit out that
Sorry.
dude.
Students, some serious couples counseling.
So can we rewind this?
Yeah. Where you want me to go?
Can you go right back to before Cletus turned?
Okay, got you. Here it was
Okay.
about right in here.
I have
No, okay.
tasted
You know,
blood
right when he
before, and
transforms
that
into Carnage.
is not it.
Okay. I think it's about to pull up.
I'm gonna tell you
All I
about
ever
something
wanted
straight up.
in this world
No, keep
Come on,
going.
right here?
Keep going. Yep.
is carnage.
Okay. Keep going. Okay. Stop right there. That was the only goddamn part that was good in this trailer to me.
Okay.
Okay. Somebody asked me, "Hey man, are you gonna talk about Venom 2 on the Blerd case? Did you watch that trailer, bro? Carnage, bro. Holy shit." Yeah. Carnage look cool.
Mm.
I'm probably gonna just bootleg this shit though.
So I will say that it is safe to say that
No, sir, I don't like it.
Well, you know what? I think that's a strong thing. It's not that I don't
you
like
just said that was the only good part of the trailer.
it. Don't make me laugh.
A 5-second scene in a 2-minute and 41-second trailer.
The Carnage stuff was the only good thing to me.
Mm.
It's not that I don't like it.
Mm.
I just don't care.
Whoa, that's actually worse.
Okay, and somebody else in the chat was asking who's voicing Venom. It's still Tom Hardy. They just changed.
Yeah.
They're just changing his voice. Just FYI to that person. But no, that's a lot of cool Carnage stuff that will probably not be bloody and graphic because I'm 1000% certain this movie is going to be PG like the first one.
That's a good question. It's actually a good question.
They have not said anything about the rating at all yet, which gives me even more of a hint that this movie is probably going to be PG-13. Because if this movie was rated R, they would have showed us something.
Well, yeah. Well, you would have gotten a red band.
We would have got a red band. Exactly.
Right.
So,
Which, I mean, to be fair, I totally get it.
So Cletus
yeah.
turning into Carnage was fire. That was dope. Him doing the fucking Jason walk toward the police officers, that was cool too. And they started getting whooped, this, that, and third. But here's the key word there. They don't get brutally murdered because it's Carnage. They just gonna get beat the fuck up. Because this is a PG-13 Carnage movie. And then he gets this brother here gets Frenched a little bit too hard. But I mean,
I feel where you're coming from. I mean, I'll be the first one to admit that and this may surprise some people, but I actually had had little to no issue.
Okay.
With the first Venom movie. Like actually, I rather enjoyed it. I actually rather enjoyed it. Was it the Venom from the comics? No, not exactly. But I don't know. I just didn't care. Like I never had at any point any expectation that it would be exactly like the Venom from the comics. So that kind of tapered my expectation. But even taking all that away, like I feel the same way about Venom that I do about Suicide Squad, the first one. That is a dumb, fun movie.
Okay.
This is probably going to be more of the same. It'll be a dumb, fun movie that I will enjoy, and I won't feel like it has wasted my time or anything of that nature.
I feel like it's a missed opportunity because we have one of the natural born killers playing Cletus Cassidy.
Right.
And I don't care to watch the movie.
Well, I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, for me, I'm not expecting anything crazy. I'm not. There's certain things I'm just like, nah, I know what I'm getting here. This isn't going to be maximum carnage. It's not going to be absolute carnage. This is going to be Sony's version of things that happen in the Spider-Man universe that will not have Spider-Man involved in any meaningful way, shape, form, or fashion. This
is code for I'm not trying to fuck up my Marvel money because I'm still on the Marvel set doing the Blerd cave.
Shit, I wish. No, this is first off, see what you got to remember is this is a Marvel movie only in association with Sony. So this isn't Marvel Studios. You ain't see that Marvel Studios.
See, you see how these Marvel motherfuckers do? This ain't got nothing to do with us. We just associate with these niggas. You see how early
they say that shit in the trailers in association with Marvel. But no,
cool. We don't claim anything, but he cool.
I mean, it's kind of true though. But no, I don't know. I don't have any like I'm expecting this to be just more of the first Venom movie. And if it's more of the first Venom movie, that's fine with me. I mean, it's like honestly, Venom's one of those types of characters that there's so many different versions of that character. And even if you just go with Eddie Brock, there's different iterations of Eddie Brock, and they didn't go they didn't go the route of Eddie Brock like what we're accustomed to, the classic Eddie Brock who is downtrodden on and
only
by Spider-Man
whispers when he talks.
That too. And becomes a vengeful anti-hero / villainous character, and then eventually grows to becoming more of just an anti-hero than becoming a hero proper. Yeah, we're not getting that Eddie Brock, and I'm not gonna have any illusions about it. So I just accept it from there. It's either I can get with it or I can't, and I can. So I'm just gonna go with it.
And then we just talked about difference of opinions and shit like that. That is your prerogative. You do that. You want to stick with the Macy Gray sound and Eddie Brock, you do it.
I mean, doesn't bother me. Yeah, it's a. To be fair though, that voice. Okay, the patented superhero, super villain, super anti-hero, whatever voice is such a played out mechanic and things that like that's kind of what I actually found refreshing about Suicide Squad was that no one was trying to put on a superhero or supervillain voice for the most part.
Yeah,
everyone was just talking.
But that's the problem with Eddie Brock. That's not he's not trying to do a superhero voice. That motherfucker just whispering when he talk.
Well, it's Tom Hardy, for Christ's sakes. Tom Hardy's weird. Did you watch Mad Max Fury Road? That dude barely spoke in that movie, and when he did, he spoke in this really weird voice that was just like,
But he spoke.
I guess.
He wasn't trying to do the Caucasian.
He only had like 5 lines.
And that's cool. But the thing
he had 5 lines in a 2.5 hour movie.
Because that movie wasn't about him. That movie was about the ladies. But I know that Mad Max was over there in the post-apocalyptic world. He wasn't trying to do the whisper song like he doing these goddamn Venom movies.
Look, was he not trying to rock steady? The whispers, y'all. The whispers. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Anyway, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm not gonna watch it.
I have to watch it because we're gonna talk about it on the Blerdcast.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to. You don't have to. I mean, you could just sit there and be like, "Should I watch this?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, maybe. I don't know. You might like
Hey, man,
it.
we professionals around here.
Well, I mean, we are high value. If I'm not mistaken.
If you could sit through 4 hours of Snyder cut and shit on it, I could sit through an hour and a half mediocre Venom sequel.
I mean, that is fair. That is an incredibly fair statement to make. That is an incredibly fair statement to make. Which, to be fair, I've said this on multiple occasions that if anyone can sit through the Snyder cut, then you ain't got no excuse for not being able to watch anything else. Yeah. I have watched far more boring movies than what this could potentially appear to be. And I have. There's a video record of it. Let's see. We got Anthony Bolton with the $5 super chat says Tyler Perry presents Teen Titans with Tyler Perry as Cyborg. Heller, oh God, that would be awful. That would be awful. So
Bullier.
Oh, I wouldn't want to see that. I would not want to see that. Dizza Scraps with $10 super chat says, should WB restore Ben Affleck's The Batman, Gareth Evans' Deathstroke in the DC animated universe? Which comic-related streaming TV series season are you most anticipating? Well, if we're talking about DC-related stuff, actually, Doom Patrol.
That's literally the only thing.
Yeah. Well, okay, no, I take that back. Well, I mean, there's other stuff, but like Doom Patrol is the thing that has my attention the most.
Yeah.
I am actually very interested in Stargirl season 2, just because I really like the first season.
Yeah.
And I actually really enjoy Titans, so I mean, I'm gonna watch that too.
Yeah.
I think Titans is a good show. Going outside of that though,
yeah.
The Peacemaker show seems more appealing to me now than what it was, maybe a week ago. But yeah, no, going beyond that, yeah, I do think that Ben Affleck, I do feel like Ben Affleck got the short end of the stick when it came to his DCEU business, because I felt like he turned in a very believable Batman for the most part when he was given opportunities to, and he just had the misfortune of being in some bad DC movies. And Gareth Evans' Deathstroke. I'm actually kind of pissed at the fact that Joe Manganiello has only played Deathstroke in post-credit scenes for 2 different bad Justice League movies. It's like, dude, what is this? Why have we not made that? Like, honestly, the Batman movie they were originally going to make with where Batman was going to be up against Deathstroke. Why did we not get that movie? That movie would have been amazing. That movie would have been lit.
I think it was more so because it was going to be Ben Affleck doing all the writing and the scripting, and when he stepped away, I guess he may have taken that with him, because I know he didn't even. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I know he was doing that film. Maybe he never finished it. Maybe that was one of the reasons, because of the personal stuff he had going on as well. I think he is actually better now since he's going through the new game plus of life, since he got J-Lo back. You know what I'm saying? So I would hope. I'm hoping, even though I don't care to watch this movie, I'm hoping that if the Flash does well and he is in it for a good enough portion of the movie, they give him a look again. I'm hoping.
Okay. Yeah.
Even if you want to keep, I can't remember his name for the life of me right now, the Twilight boy.
Oh, you're talking about Robert Pattinson.
Thank you. Even if they keep him as Batman, if you want to bring Ben Affleck in to do some like Joker, Elseworld, Batman story, please because that was a great Bruce Wayne. That was a great Batman.
Yeah, no, I think Ben Affleck was the first actor that I've seen in quite some time that actually understood the difference between playing Bruce Wayne and playing Batman. And don't get me wrong, I've said this before on multiple occasions. This isn't a controversial statement or anything, but or maybe it is. I don't know. I feel like I know a lot of people love those Dark Knight movies. Yeah. I don't. I like the Dark Knight, but I don't think that the trilogy as a whole is the greatest thing ever, because to me, that's the trilogy where Batman doesn't want to be Batman.
Yeah.
And I don't like that type of Batman, because that's not Batman.
Well, that's not. I wouldn't say that. What I would say might be a little bit worse than what you just said. But,
go ahead. Hey, hit me.
Well, I don't think you'll disagree with it, but I know a lot of people in that chat from to tear me up. I think not since Michael Keaton have we had an actor play Bruce Wayne and Batman well.
Yeah.
Period.
Well, I tell you what it is. The only caveat I put on Michael Keaton, I felt like Michael Keaton was just Batman all the time, and that his Bruce was just his Batman, but confused. Like, you ever go back and watch the old 89 Batman, how he just kind of like, he has the same exact mannerisms as he does when he's actually in the suit. The difference is that, like, he's just like, oh, huh? It's like if somebody spoke to him, he would kind of do this number where he'd be like, huh? Like he just remembered he wasn't in the suit.
No, it's just when you say he was confused, I just imagine somebody hitting Michael Keaton ass with one of them Pokemon confused rays and his eyes just spinning like a Dreamcast symbol.
That man got Psyducked. Dude, that'd be so fucking ugly. But no, I do like Michael Keaton's Batman. Michael Keaton's Batman. That is actually the one thing that Flash movie has going for it for me. Mm-hmm. Is that Michael Keaton, that we might get a crumb.
That's what I'm saying. We got
that Michael Keaton back.
We got both. Not even
both
the
two
of them.
Best Batman.
We got BOFF. We got both of them.
Mm-hmm. So that's the only reason I'm interested. I do not care about that Flash movie otherwise. Mm-hmm. Like, honestly, I would rather they just made a Batman movie. Exactly. Because then that's what we're going to be seeing this shit.
Why he run like Shadow the Hedgehog?
And look, first off, how you gonna have the nerve to run like Shadow the Hedgehog and you ain't got no guns? And anyway,
you run like Shadow the Hedgehog, but ain't got rocket shoes,
right? Look, you need to pick a struggle, pimp. Q Blunt dropped a $4.99 super chat, but retracted the message, so I don't know what it said. But thank you for that super chat. We appreciate you. Thank you so much and kindly. Nick D with the 1999 super chat says, "Preach, Carter. F these Venom movies. Also want to hear the song." Wait, do you want to hear the Eminem song?
No, motherfucker. He wanted to hear that song you just sang because they know it annoys me.
Oh. I'm not gonna do Carter like that. I'm trying to be kind to a brother.
Oh, Lord.
Let's see here. We also got David Bell with the $4.99 super chat says, "Venom won't be as good as Shang-Chi. You can't do a good PG Venom." Well, it's not gonna be PG. It's gonna be PG-13. There's
Shut the fuck.
Oh, yeah. Well, but no. Okay. Here's the thing, though, Carter. Here's what a lot of people don't recognize. PG-13. You can get away with a lot of shit in a PG-13 movie. You actually can. It's just you're not going to be able to curse a lot. But the thing is, this is why I always keep trying to tell people this, not everything has to be rated R. Not everything has to be rated R for it to be good, because there's a lot of bad rated R movies out there.
You're right.
Movies that should be rated R and are rated R and are still trash.
I wish I knew what movie that was in. I want to say it was Live Free or Die Hard, but
which one?
Or maybe it was on a podcast. But basically Kevin Smith was talking about what he did with Live Free or Die Hard and how it originally came out as a PG-13 movie. And he actually went over the rules of like you get an extra you get an extra shit, but only an extra shit. You get to say maybe like 2 fucks in a PG-13.
Yeah, you say 2 fucks. So smoking can also affect your rating.
Yeah.
If you show depictions of smoking, that can change your rating. A lot of people don't realize PG-13 used to be bonkers back in the day.
Yeah.
Back in the day, a lot of your favorite horror movies weren't rated R. They were PG-13. Rated R was more of a recent development from there. And yeah, PG-13 became tamer for a while. And I think a lot of people remember those bad PG-13 horror movies that came out in the early 2000s. But actually, if you know where to look, you can find some really good PG-13 horror movies that will make you wonder why they aren't rated R, because they seem like they are. But that's neither here nor there. I'm not going to get into that.
Oh yeah, I was just going to say, you're telling the truth, because rated R movies basically was fucking flicks.
yeah, basically, basically, you know what you know what separate? Actually, you know what? Back in the day, a PG-13 movie, you would see fucking. You would see some clapping in a PG-13 movie. It may not be as gratuitous as in a rated R movie, but it would happen. Now, the other part of this question I'm gonna get into, and which is why I don't like comparisons, because let's be honest with ourselves here. Venom and Shang-Chi are apples and oranges. They are not the same movie. That's not even a fair comparison.
It's not.
But I do agree. I think Shang-Chi will be a very good movie. But yeah, I don't like making those types of comparisons though.
Shang-Chi and Venom do have something in common though.
What's that?
You got Abomination in one, and then the other one is an abomination.
Oh Lord, you ain't shit. Anyway, Scott Fitzgerald with the $5 super chat says, "Sup, brothers? Which was a better comic movie song, Eminem's Venom or Rick Ross's Purple Lamborghini from Suicide Squad?"
Okay,
Woo!
Purple Lamborghini, and I think, and I may be biased because that whole Suicide Squad soundtrack was fire.
It was fire. I did enjoy that entire sound for the most part, except for when they went back into yesteryear. You know, they kept, well, not the soundtrack proper, but like in the movie itself, which I guess would be more the score. They kept going back and using all these old songs, whatever. I actually liked it when they stuck to more of the newer songs. I will say though, as much as I like Purple Lamborghini, I actually like Eminem's Venom better. I don't know why. That song just gets me hype. I don't know why. It just does. That's
why I said I may be biased, because when I hear when you said the Rick Ross song, it was good, but I'm judging Venom against the whole Suicide Squad soundtrack.
Well, yeah, that's different. I totally, like, honestly, if we're talking about that, then fuck it, it's Suicide Squad. But yeah, but song for song, I like the I don't know, it's something about the beat, the cadences, and some of the wordplay in it that I just really like about the Venom song. Even though I think the song is kind of stupid at the same time. I don't know. Sometimes dumb songs get me hyped.
Your inner child comes out because you'll be cleaning up your house and you hear Venom and you be vacuuming at the same time and shit.
Make no mistake. Like when I hear that knock knock, let the devil in, I'm like, oh yeah, let's go. Dude, like, look, if I was like playing Fortnite or some shit like that, or DBD or some shit, and that song kicked in, dude, I would be acting a whole fool. I'd be looping the killer like it wasn't shit. Off some Venom. But no,
so you Bane now. You got to get hopped up on Venom to play DBD is what you're saying now. It's a glad motherfucker heard, bro. Oh my god.
Let me say, you merely adopted the fog. I was born into it.
You just got big ass green veins on top of your head and shit.
Wait, and not even looking like the Tom Hardy Bane, be looking like the Jeep Swenson Bane, Batman and Robin.
Well, I thought you were finna say the Schumacher Bane.
No. That is the one from Batman and Robin. Ugh. Now you knew who that was. You know, was Jeep Swenson. The
I did not know that. Know that.
God rest his soul. We got a $9.99 super chat from the T1000. Thank you. He's. I know what he's trying to do. They're trying to get me to give up information on John Connor, and I'm trying to be Christian.
Oh, God.
Try not to just give away John Connor's location, even though I do know where he is. He's in an undisclosed location that you need an invitation.
Bars.
Gotta do it. Let's move on to the next thing here. I've actually been trying to be good about timestamps and whatnot, but because I'm trying to be better. Especially since I know how timestamps work in YouTube now. And have been able to make them work.
Yeah.
In YouTube now. Let's talk about the next big thing coming to the DC. Universe in terms of movies and TV shows. TV shows and whatnot and what have you. Now, we talked about this actually a couple of weeks ago, I think. We talked about Blue Beetle. We talked about how Blue Beetle, and we've actually talked about this a lot over the last several months. Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle's coming. We're getting Blue Beetle. We don't know when, but it's happening. It's a thing. Well, guess what? We can now officially say with all affinity that Blue Beetle very well likely will happen because we now officially have an actor to play Jaime Reyes. And I'm not going to lie. I did not expect it to be the guy that they picked. However, when I found out who it was, I was like, well, shit, he's already playing the fucking character. And the reason why I say that is because it's going to be your boy, Cholo. I'm going to fuck his name up. I know it's Cholo. I know it's pronounced Cholo, but Maraduena. I probably fucked it up, y'all. I'm sorry. Anyway, that's your boy from Cobra Kai. He plays your boy from Cobra Kai.
He the one that got fucked up.
Yeah, he was the one that got fucked up in season 2.
Okay, he's the one that got the sweet chin music and broke his back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. He was that one. He was that one. The funny. Oh wait, here. Let me switch up.
So he had Carter too. Oh shit.
Yeah, but it's like Blue Beetle gonna be a Carter just like acting a whole fool. No, but no, he's gonna be playing Jaime Reyes, the Blue Beetle, the newer version of Blue Beetle, who in a lot of respects is basically just the Guyver in the DC comic universe. Like even down to the origin. For those who don't know, but basically, yeah, this is something that is for all intents and purposes. Who the fuck is calling me from a 901 number? No, good and hell, well, I am streaming anyway. But this is gonna be on HBO Max. This is gonna be a series on HBO, or not series, but this is gonna be a movie on HBO Max. And basically, he is going to end up encountering this alien technology that basically turns him into the Blue Beetle. That makes him, well, because like Ted Kord Blue Beetle is not Jaime Reyes Blue Beetle. They're not the same. This is some whole ass anime level shit that Jaime Reyes was getting into, and I'm here for it because I'm a huge fan of the Guyver. Not MacGyver, not the white man that was making bombs out of chewing gum, pins, and paper clips. I'm talking about the Guyver. The Guyver. Wait, I cannot hear you.
Let me tell the chat. Let me tell Blerd Cole how well Ernie knows me. That motherfucker knew a MacGyver joke was coming.
I do. No, I knew it was coming. I said, let me stop this shit before. Let me nip this shit in the bud.
What would I tell you? I had it cocked and loaded. Oh my God.
I knew. The second I said Guyver, I knew he was. I was like, nah, this motherfucker gonna say it. I already know. No, the Guyver, for those who are uninitiated, this is the Guyver that I'm talking about. This is the Guyver that I'm referring to. Jaime Reyes version of Blue Beetle, the story, the setup, the layout, everything. It is so similar to the Guyver that it is not even fucking funny. Like that whole second season of Young Justice. I was like, dude, this is basically the Guyver. Okay, all right, let's go. And I'm not saying that as a negative. I actually really like Jaime Reyes. Jaime Reyes is my preferred Blue Beetle. I don't give a fuck about Ted Kord. Ted Kord go eat a dick. All right. It's Jaime Reyes or bust. You feel me, player?
I don't want to.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. But no, like, how do you feel about this? Because you watch Cobra Kai, right?
A very tiny. I watched all of last season.
Okay.
Because a lot of people kept trying to big up the show, and I thought people were trolling, so I didn't watch.
Oh, it's about Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
No, it's good. That show is legitimately good.
Yeah. So I watched the last episode of last season when the triple threat match happened, because I'm going to go watch it, but You've probably finna say call sacrilege, but I've never actually seen Karate Kid.
Really? Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna say that because my wife has never actually watched them either.
When you all were watching Karate Kid, I was watching Three Ninjas.
Damn.
So
this dude was watching the Three Ninjas take on Hulk Hogan. Lord,
shit was. Sure as fuck was. So I'm not no one has put me on game when it comes to that, but I know who he is just from when they show what happened in previous episodes and they showed how he banged himself at a mall. So I know what happened to him.
Yeah.
But
oh no, it was at a school. It was
okay.
at school.
Okay.
That was why it was so crazy, because like this shit, it was a fight that broke out in the high school.
Oh, okay.
And the fight was lit. The thing about Karate Kid, like Cobra Kai as a series, is that when you start out, it's more of a callback to the first Karate Kid, and then by the time you get to Karate Kid, not Karate Kid, but Cobra Kai season 2, it's more of a callback to Karate Kid 2.
Okay.
And then when you get to the third season, which is what they're working up towards, it's more of a call. It's starting to become more of a callback to Karate Kid 3. Like they're bringing back all these characters. Honestly, even if you've never watched Karate Kid, I still feel like you could watch it and get something out of it, because my wife, she has never watched any of the Karate Kid movies, not a single, nary one of them. She hadn't watched the first one, the second one, the third one. She didn't watch the next Karate Kid that had Hilary Swank. She ain't seen the Karate Kid that had little Jaden Smith in it. She don't know nothing about Karate Kid, but she has watched all of the seasons, or all the episodes of both season 1 and season 2, and she loves it.
Okay.
Like she thinks it's great. She has her only frame of reference to the things that are called back to are me.
Okay.
I'll be like, oh, that guy right here, he was the bad guy in Karate Kid 2. Oh, that chick right there, that's the chick who was his love interest in Karate Kid, 1 or 2, whatever. Oh, this right here is a callback to something that happened to blah, 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 whoop de woo, whoa, whatever.
Yeah.
But no, and yes, to answer the question, because I saw, I think I actually kind of lost it. Oh, here it is. Yes, I have seen both live action Guyver movies. The one with Mark Hamill, for whatever reason, and JJ from Good Times. God help them. And I also saw the one that had David Hayter as the Guyver in was it Guyver 2 Dark Hero? I've seen both of those. They're really they're not great movies, but they're fun movies. Is what I will say. But no, let's see here. And King Kunta with $2 super chat says, "My bad, I meant Blue Marvel soundtrack." Oh,
I know what you meant. Okay.
Okay, I see here. He was talking about. I see what he's talking about. He's going back here to this one. The $5 super chat says, "Let's say Miles Morales gets a live action movie. Who would you want on the soundtrack?" He's talking about a Blue Marvel soundtrack. Honestly, because I think a Blue Marvel movie works better when it is a period piece to start. I would like to have them do it the same way they did Captain America, the first Avenger, and Captain Marvel 1, where you're going back to a different time and then working your way forward. That's what I would rather them do with that. And if you do that, I actually would like for them to have some older songs on there. I wouldn't want anything new on the soundtrack. I'd want it to be like some kind of like what they did with Guardians of the Galaxy, just a mixtape of some of the best songs from like the 60s and the 70s. Roughly around the time that Blue Marvel was active originally. Nothing specific, but I wouldn't mind. And even some songs that came a little before that. Like, honestly, I think you should have some James Brown on that motherfucker. You should have something like The Big Payback. You should have some, you should have some songs that just like when you hear it, you instantaneously are transported back to that time. And you're like, okay, this is like, oh, what was the song that was on the Malcolm X? The one with Denzel Washington with a shotgun.
I think.
Like, yeah, I want some motherfucking. I just look. Give me some Freddy's Dead. Look, I'm just saying, I'm just saying, I want to hear some smooth shit. I just want to hear some smooth shit. I don't want no motherfucking modernize anything on it. And then when he gets to the modern time, you can go that route. But anyway, that was neither here nor there. But no, but you're down for this, I'd imagine.
I was introduced to the character with Young Justice because I'd never read any other books with him or Booster Gold or anything like that, and I like the character in Young Justice. So if we getting that, if we're getting what I'm looking at right now, then I'm down for it. I'm interested in that.
Okay. I mean, I'm with it. What is it? Let's see here. Wait, is the Karate Kid movie with the daughter canon? Wait, are you talking about the next Karate Kid? Because that was a completely different girl. She wasn't related to Daniel in any way. She was just a random new chick. That was the Hillary Swank junt. Which is the only good thing about that movie is Walton Goggins is in it, and he's only in it for like 2 seconds. that is the beauty of it. But you know what? Speaking of casting news, we have more casting news here. That is going to be of note to anyone who gives a shit about casting news. We also got some news about Black Panther. Wakanda Forever. They have cast the character Namora. Who I guess we should not be surprised having been cast, considering the fact that we've already gotten your boy was it Tenoch Huerta, who has been rumored to be playing Namor the Submariner himself. Well, we also got another actor who is going to be Mabel Cadena is going to be joining the role and is going to be playing Namora, which I thought was a very interesting choice because for those who don't know, she is the cousin of Prince Namor. Not to be and I'm trying to remember because he technically has a few different like family members who get around because you have Namora, you have Namorita. I don't mean get around as in like sexual manners. I'm just saying he just has cousins that all have similar naming conventions to him. Because there's Namora and then there's Namorita. Because I think Namorita was like his niece or some shit like that. I can't remember exactly. My mind is kind of hazy on the details. I just remember Namorita being like a New Warriors character.
Okay.
But actually, now that I've said that out loud, I kind of want to look it up. Yeah, Namorita. Yeah, I think she is here. Let's see, relationships. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, so she is the daughter of Namora. That's who Namorita is. So yeah, there you go. Cool. I knew there was something weird in there. But what do you think about this, Carter? What do you think about this? Like, if the whole first off, let's just talk about the fact that we get some whole ass like Mexican Latinx representation in the Marvel Cinematic Universe by way of Namor the Submariner and Atlanteans. So you know what this means, right? This means we will get a whole slew of Latinx actors coming up out of Atlantis, most likely.
Okay.
And that's kind of wild when you think about it. But if the rumors are actually true that, for one, Namor and Namor are in this, and I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be by this point, because Marvel's yet to say anything about it. They've yet to deny anything. And usually if they keep quiet, it's probably more likely to happen. But what do you think about that? The fact that they're doubling down on Atlantis for Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
I dig it. It's probably gonna be really easy for me. I'm cool with it just because I'm cool with it, but then I'm also disappointed just because, well, not disappointed, but just a little bit sad because of the clashing between Namor and Black Panther. I've been reading that since the terrible Marvel event Avengers vs. X-Men, but that's when I saw that there was some on site between both of them just because of what Namor did to Wakanda.
Oh yeah,
and even up until when they were in the when they were in the Illuminati and stuff like that. Fast forward to now, that back and forth between those two, I thought was really, really cool. That animosity. It's unfortunate we won't be able to see it on the big screen, but I'm still interested in where it's going to go. So, you know, with the Latinx representation and everything like that, that's great as well. But I'm gonna hold any other things that I would say when it comes to those, like just really real big judgments, just until we see what this Black Panther sequel looks like. Because to be quite honest, we still don't know what this movie is gonna be.
Right. I can kind of give you a taste of what it's probably going to be, and a lot of people probably. I think we even talked about this last week, and I'm doubling down on this. I would not be surprised this movie takes place in the time between Infinity War and Endgame.
Okay.
Like, I would not be surprised at all, because it makes the most sense. If you're going to explore a world where T'Challa's not around, that's the one to go with.
Okay.
You know, or maybe they might surprise us both. Who knows?
Yeah.
But I'm here for it, because if you bring into more, that means that opens the doorway to Namorita. And I feel the same way about that I did about in Doctor Strange, the first one, where they had Dr. Voodoo's older brother in the movie, even though they didn't really draw a lot of attention to it. But if you knew what name to look for, you knew it was him. And you watch that movie, you see, oh, that's the older brother of Jericho Drum. That's the dude who is the brother of Dr. Voodoo. So if he's in this, that means at some point we're going to see other guy, which would be Dr. Voodoo, which I'm fine with. So if you basically told me you were setting the table for new Warriors in the MCU, I ain't gonna be mad at you. You know, I'm not gonna be mad at you, not one bit. Because
we got to get you to do that shit again. It was like you trying to do them old Marion moves.
Oh shit! Oh god! Well, I'm too old to be trying to be like a Marion.
Touch.
I don't want it. Okay. I don't want it. Let's see here. What else we got, man? What else we got? Dude, you know what? Man, we're actually not doing too. You know, I don't. Nope. I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
There you go. Man, I was gonna say, boy,
I'm not gonna jinx it. Not gonna jinx it. Real quick. I do want to kind of talk about this. This is more of a PSA than it is anything else.
Okay, before you do that, real quick, K-Pop.
Yes.
You say that was such odd casting choices with Hispanics as Atlanteans. Where the fuck are we supposed to find real Atlanteans?
Blue people exist?
Not even blue
because
people.
most of the Atlanteans are blue.
you show me one motherfucker running around here with some angel wings on his ankles. Where they at, though?
Well, yeah. Well, and not only that, here's my thing. Here's the thing. What race were they supposed to be? Were they supposed to be black? Well, we already have a whole ass secret society of black people now.
I'm trying to say, we already got Starfire around here, and people still screaming bloody murder. They wanted people when Titans first came out, they wanted a genuine orange bitch walking around here. They didn't want no colored gal. They didn't want no black woman. They probably didn't even want a white woman. They said, we want our Titans the way we have read it and watched it on Cartoon Network. Go get us an orange bitch right here. That's what they wanted.
That's what I wanted. And here's the best part, though. You know what that reminds me of, Carter? It reminds me of every time I've watched or seen pictures of some black person cosplaying as an anime character, and then some white person comes along and says, so-and-so character's not black. And it's like, well, they ain't white either. It's like, y'all realize Ichigo is a whole ass Japanese person. Y'all realize the major Motoko Kusanagi, a whole ass Japanese woman. I mean, unless you're speaking of Scarlett Johansson. Look, it is what it is. And I'm fine with it. I don't have a problem with it. I think, because here's the thing. You could just as easily say that you look at any other casting choices in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Hell, they could have just what was that girl's name? Was it Amanda Stenberg or Steinberg? The light-skinned girl that was in that movie, The Hate You Give. She was the one who was originally supposed to play Shuri. And she stepped away from the role because she said that a light-skinned person would not exist in Wakanda. She had the presence of mind to recognize that a land that was never colonized by white people would not have light-skinned people who are light bright and 2 shades from white. She recognized that, and she said the role should go to somebody who is a more of a darker complexion, and that is how you wind up getting Letitia Wright as Shuri rather than Amanda Stenberg. So there you go.
No, you didn't.
Blue Heart, you ain't shit.
You didn't. I almost put him in the hole.
Look, y'all, that's my homie Blue Heart. That's local fam right there. Y'all don't know nothing about that. That's my homie. Y'all go check my homie out on Twitch, man.
Happy belated birthday, by the way.
Yes, happy belated. This is the birthday boy in here.
Atlantean fool.
That means I'm 3% Atlantean on my grandma's side. I'm dead. Get me out of here. I'm dead off this.
And
got Atlantean in his family. Look, can that be the new Indian?
Oh,
that'd be the new. I got Native American in my family. That's
See,
like
and I thought,
hair.
and every time I saw Blue Heart, I would look at his neck. I thought his neck was just ashy. Apparently, those were just the gills. My bad, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was just ash, like you or dirt, like you need to take a shower or something. I didn't know that.
Right,
was
you
gills,
gotta you ain't been washing the back of the neck. Nah, man, we're just joking though. But no, real quick, I do want to talk about this one last thing before we get into or no, not one last thing. We actually got a couple of things. Actually, I messed up. Eternals. I guess after that Black Widow business, they said we're gonna make sure we cross our I's and dot the T's.
Wait,
or dot the T or cross the T's and dot the I's.
Real quick, here to you. Atlanteans are real people from Australia. Are technically Atlanteans. No, technically, Big Boy Andre 3000 are ATLians. So I guess them niggas from Atlantis too. I guess that's what we're saying around here.
I mean, they do like fish and grits.
Y'all make me sick.
They like fish and grits and all that pimp shit.
I need to see better. Hold on, god damn it. Y'all make me sick.
But no, but no, just the But no, the thing is for me, I guess this is a PSA more than anything else. Marvel has basically just come out. They've not so much a statement as it was just like this shit ain't coming out on Disney Plus. Look, we already got one Avenger suing us. We ain't about to have 9 other motherfuckers suing us. At the same time, you can't have Scarlett Johansson, Salma Hayek, and motherfucking Kamal Nanjiani and motherfucking Gemma Chan and Angelina Jolie and who else in this motherfucker? Paperboy. You got all these motherfuckers trying to sue you because you put the movie on Disney Plus. So no, they're not doing that. So don't look for it. When that movie come out, you got to go to the theater to go see it. So there you go on that. Pretty sure the same will likely be said of Shang-Chi. Yeah, maybe. I haven't seen one way or the other on that one, but I think in light of recent things, we probably won't see Shang-Chi on Disney Plus right away. They may start doing staggered releases for that type of thing, or who knows. But that said, let's also take a look at the next thing on the list is Marvel's What If series. Now, Carter, the Marvel What If series is an interesting one because, for one, it's going to be coming out, pretty soon. I think, was it the 15th? Oh, no, the 11th. It'll be on the 11th. So just in a few days, we're going to start seeing the Marvel's What If series starting to drop. And the thing that came up was that the series is very likely going to be spinning off other properties, like or rather spinning off other potential projects in the MCU. But to basically know what they're going at with here is that they basically said we wanted each story to be able to open and shut in that half an hour time frame, but it's hard not to imagine more chapters with some of these characters. So they say the producer for the show went on to say that they hope that one day we do get to see more adventures in some of these alternate timelines, basically stating that you might see another episode with Captain Carter. You might, well, you won't. I don't know how they'll do one with T'Challa.
I'm right here.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, you are Captain Carter, but talk about the other Captain Carter. But no, we might see more with T'Challa, albeit it would have to be with, honestly, it would have to be Sand without Chadwick Boseman because he's no longer with us. But you might see more of an alternate Gamora, or you might see more Howard the Duck, or the Spider-Man with the cape and all that other shit. You might see more of that than what you might have initially thought. But I don't know. What do you think about that, Carter?
I don't want people to chew my head off when I say this.
Go ahead, y'all. Get ready.
Marvel's What If series leading to spinoffs. Just that statement.
Mm-hmm.
I think if it's gonna lead to spinoffs, I don't think any of them will be live action spinoffs. So I think you ought to get that shit out of your mind. I know this is Marvel and they're capable of anything. We got Kevin Feige showing up in an X-Men comic to let you know that the X-Men are coming to the MCU. But just because he is doing that does not mean that the Marvel What If series is going to lead to Ernie with this big ass blue cape draped over him, with his head freshly shaved, bright, shine like a motherfucker, and that means he's going to be new Watcher. No, this is not going to lead.
I would do it though.
I bet he probably already did that shit. Watch me hear his voice on this bullshit because he ate a lot. So I just don't want people to get their hopes up when they hear this shit leads to spinoffs, and then they think, "Oh my god, we finna get a live action Captain Carter with the show." No, motherfucker, you finna get maybe an animated series that's maybe a handful of episodes, if that. So just prepare yourselves with that.
Right. No, I 100% agree with you.
Okay, but now that I say that, will I be hyped to see a fucking spinoff? Absolutely. Would I be mad that it is a spinoff and not live action if it's cold? Absolutely.
Actually, I think the thing I'm more interested in now is that, having not even seen one episode of this, I'm more curious now to see what kind of Marvel What If stuff they come up with for the newer movies that are coming out, like Shang-Chi and Eternals and Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Like that's the thing. This series, even though we haven't seen one crumb of an episode, but I feel like it's going to do some really amazing and interesting things with what we've already seen. And I think that makes it even more important that as these newer movies come out, we see even more takes on stuff that we haven't seen before yet. Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to.
I would just be really happy if these are done well, and we get, because we haven't had good okay, look at me when I say this shit. We haven't had good animated Marvel shit in a minute.
Nah.
So if this is going to lead to good Marvel stuff, good animated Marvel stuff, I'm gonna feel like a kid again, getting up to go watch Fox Kids for X-Men and Spider-Man and all this shit. Not Spider-Man Unlimited. I'll kick you in the mouth. But just
Unlimited. Which one was Unlimited?
Spider-Man Unlimited was after the original. They tried to make it seem like it was a sequel, and the motherfucker went to space.
It wasn't. Yeah. That was after the junk that had it was after it was the 90s junk after. Yeah. Okay.
I think the last good animated Marvel thing, and people may disagree with me when I say this, Wolverine and the X-Men.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Because it was kind of, sort of sequel to the Fox joint.
It kind of was, and it kind of wasn't.
And it kind of was.
Actually, I'll give you this one. So for me, it's Wolverine and the X-Men, Ultimate Spider-Man. The Ultimate Spider-Man series they did where
the MTV shot.
No. There was a different one. There's a different one. The Ultimate one, the one I'm talking about is the one where he regularly teamed up with like Luke Cage, Nova, and White Tiger, and Iron Fist.
See, I like Spectacular Spider-Man because that theme song still just stuck in my fucking head.
I like Spectacular Spider-Man as well. I like that one as well. But like those are the ones that stick out in my head, like especially Wolverine and the X-Men, just because that series was raw. It was raw. They didn't give a fuck. They didn't give a fuck.
So let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Okay, because I feel like you watched it, but I didn't because I didn't have cable or anything like that. Was Earth's Mightiest Heroes really as good as people say it was?
I liked it a lot. Actually, I wish that they did more with it. Like honestly, the only reason that show got canceled was because Marvel wanted to make an Avengers show that looked more like the MCU. That's how you got Avengers Assembled.
Okay.
Because Earth's Mightiest Heroes was running around the time that the Avengers movie was out. But they wanted to go back and make a show that was like, oh, well, we want to have characters that it's more in uniform to what kids are going to be seeing in these movies.
Yeah.
We want to get it closer to that. And that's why you got Assembled, which Assembled's okay, but I prefer Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Just that show was because they actually went into some of those, like they did fucking they did Secret Invasion and Korvac and all that other shit. They did Kang. They got raw with some of that stuff on Earth's Mightiest. So I do recommend it. It's it like the animation I don't think is, or rather the character designs are a little bit more cartoony than what you see in Avengers Assembled. But I think the overall quality of the show is infinitely better.
I think I may have gotten them mixed up. I just remember there was another show that somebody tried to get me to watch. It was that Hulk's Agents of Smash, and I said, "No, this looks like some."
Oh, yeah, no, I didn't. I don't fuck with Agents of Smash. I'm good.
Okay. I'm good on that. Well, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Everyone is unanimously telling me watch it, Carter. Okay, got it.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's good, and it's on Disney Plus. So I mean, yeah, dude, get on it. Get that shit. But yeah, I think on that note, we can go ahead and get into our last thing, which I know you have been excited for, and I've been excited for.
Yeah, because you kind of trolled the fuck out of me earlier because I thought you were going to start talking about it, and then your ass went to Blue Beetle. I was kind of tilted.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I apologize. Yeah. This time it is the correct trailer, though. Yeah. We are going to be talking about Why the Last Man. And
see
all of its awesomeness.
I may not know about Earth's Mightiest Heroes, but I know about this. I know all about this. This is good. This is good.
Why the Last Man is an interesting thing, just in the fact that this has been in the works in varying stages of production, whether as a movie or as a TV series, for years.
Yeah, this shit did went to so many different fucking networks. Good Lord. It did went from network to movie to TV show to miniseries to movie, network.
They honestly didn't know what they wanted to do with this. Honestly, I'm surprised it's actually finally happening. But we did actually get a trailer for Why the Last Man. Now, the reason why I didn't want to talk about it before, because the thing they gave us before was like a little teaser. It was basically like a trailer's coming. And it's like, well, there's nothing there. There's nothing to talk about.
Okay, is it wrong that because I see some people in chat saying, "What is this?" It's somebody, Mr. Yuri said, "Oh, it's What If Kevin Samuels Was Right?" The show. Okay.
Oh, damn!
This is what I want. I want you all to see the trailer.
Yes.
Okay? And I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about the book. Let's just talk about the trailer. Okay?
Yeah, let's talk about the trailer.
This is Brian K. Vaughan. This is what got me back in the comics. Before a saga, there was Why the Last Man. I'm gonna shut up now. I want to watch this trailer again.
This man. I'm gonna go. Let's go ahead and get into it. This is Why the Last Man, the official trailer for season 1. I wonder how far they could actually take this. Anyway, you need to hear that. Let's do it.
You know you're gonna get the NDA as soon as Jane Brown come on.
Oh yeah, no, I already know. I already know. I've already kind of prepared myself for it.
Mr. President, you're...
Oh,
I'm fine.
dude. Oh, he got that Rona.
Guys.
Got the super Rona. Dude. Dude, folks just falling the fuck out. Oh, it's old girl from Dread.
Dread, yes it is.
Yeah. Dude, look at all dude. Apocalypse. This is 28 days later. And he got his monkey.
That part I kind of jumped because I didn't think they would keep the monkey.
Power plants
I didn't either.
to shut down. Which city? All of them.
Dude.
Somewhere is the answer to how this all happened.
And she looks like she looks in the fucking book.
Dude, they actually did perfect casting.
Yorick.
You're reproductively interesting.
Wow. Okay.
He's like, all right, let's go.
People are gonna have to pick sides. They are hungry.
Dude.
Angry.
That's a scary thing. Look at all the Karen.
Terrified.
Dude.
We will rebuild together.
They really did get perfect casting on this shit. Damn. Dude. Okay, so
Okay,
this show gonna fuck with some folks.
Chris, I'm putting you in the hole off rip. This is not get your vaccine ad. If you were in front of me, I'd backhand you. Listen, you are not about to disrespect this book, okay? This is not about COVID or vaccine. Ernie can make a fucking COVID joke because we can do whatever the fuck we want to do.
Exactly.
It's a joke. Good Lord. This is all I'll say about it. Okay, so Kemet Comics and everyone else, the woman is a woman or a man. The main character, one of the main characters, is the only man.
Yeah.
The premise of Yorick Brown.
Mm-hmm.
The premise of the show is that some virus, something, which is another reason I'm shocked that they're still doing this show because it was a fucking virus.
Yeah.
But basically, this virus wipes out every person with a male chromosome on the planet Earth gets one shot.
Yeah, done. Dunzo.
This is
out of here.
That's it. He is the only man left with his monkey. I don't know.
I'm sorry, that part made me laugh. I don't know why. I'm a child. I can't help it.
I'm the same way. But we don't know why every male on the planet is dead.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the only man left. What happens? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Something else that I had to say to somebody else when I was trying to recommend this to them, because I have someone else that I work with that I talked into watching this now. This is not some sexist, misogynistic thing where we're trying to make it seem like women can't do this or this or this. No.
The world's actually moving on. I mean, for the most part.
Yeah. This is not some sexist, misogynistic shit. This is not The Handmaid's Tale for dudes. No.
Like, honestly, if York wasn't around, honestly, I think the world becomes more chaotic. Even when you think about the fact that a virus just wiped out every man on the planet, with the exception of one, the world, for the most part, is really only more chaotic because he is around. For lack of a better way to put it.
Yeah, because does he clap a lot of cheeks? No, because he's trying to shut up, mailman. I almost said something. I'm not saying shit else about it because I may veer deep into the book and don't want to talk about it. No.
Yeah.
Shame on you for asking me that goddamn question. No. Every male on the planet is dead except for him and his pet chimp.
Yep.
And now we have to figure out if we can figure out what's in him that cured him. Maybe I'm excited.
Oh yeah, no, I'm actually excited. This is what did they say? Was it September? Was it September the 13th? I believe.
I think so. Said. I'm giddy as fuck.
Yeah, let's double bet. Yep, September the 13th is when this is gonna drop. Yeah, dude, I'm in. I'm in.
But yes, he there is no where there is some cheap clappage, but it ain't from Eric.
No.
But he's a hermaphrodite. You are also wrong. What is y'all got some twisted fucking minds on a Saturday morning? Good lord,
dude, right, man? What's going on? What's happening here?
Okay, if any of you know what, here's the best way to describe it because this is how I describe it to someone else. If any of you all have watched the show The Leftovers, I don't know if you ever have, Ernie.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
HBO.
So the reason I'm bringing up The Leftovers is because the premise of that show was like 3 or 4% of the world's population just vanished. It was never explained. You don't know why it happened. They just vanished. The premise of that show was not to find out why they vanished, just what happened after. That's what Why the Last Man is. What happened after. And then shenanigans. And,
go from there.
And whew, that book was good.
Dude. Such good stuff, man. Well, I think it's safe to say that that we're in it. We're in it to win it. We're down. I'm gonna go ahead and I think it's safe to say you're gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. We'll probably both be talking about it pretty regularly, or at least intermittently over the next few weeks. So,
you son of a bitch! I'm in.
Let's get into our recommended reads. Recommended read for this week.
Why did you sound like you were underwater there for a second? Motherfucker, are you Atlantean?
I might be.
This motherfucker's Atlantean.
I'm 164th Atlantean.
Shut your ass up. I swear you people make me sick. So my recommended this week, just keeping with the movie we just finished, my recommended this week is going to be Suicide Squad Get Joker #1. And this is a Suicide Squad DC Black Label book. So if you couldn't tell by the name of the fucking book, the basic premise of this book is basically the Suicide Squad is being tasked with going to find Joker, which is what you're thinking, Offset. But spoilers for the first issue, because I just want to tell you all that shit just so it entices you to read it and then continue to read it like I'm going to. What happens in this book is something I don't believe has ever happened in DC ever with this character. And what we have here is Amanda Waller gets killed in the first issue. So not only did she get Tiger Woods in the back of the head in the movie, and this first issue of Suicide Squad Get Joker, while the Suicide Squad is out on a mission, Amanda Waller proceeds to catch it. She bites the big one. She gets fucked up by Joker, and that is the basic premise of this story. Is now we have to go hunt him down and figure out how he knew where Waller was, why he did what he did, and who these other members of this iteration of the Suicide Squad are. It's Brian Azzarello and Alex Maleev on a book together for the first time. So if you didn't catch it, the art is going to be fucking fantastic because it was great in this first issue. And Brian Azzarello is Brian Azzarello, so he's always going to bring it. So yes, my recommended is going to be that story, because just keeping in tune with the R-rated Suicide Squad movie we have a Suicide Squad book that's DC Black Label. So you know it's going to be just as crazy, just as violent. I like this first issue. Before I even watched the movie was just icing on the cake. Because not only did I get to read her get killed, I got to see her get slapped in the back of the head with a fucking golf club.
Which I mean, hilarious.
For the people who don't know, I fucking hate that character, Amanda Waller. I fucking hate her. I've hated her since Justice League cartoon. I fucking hate that woman. So this was great for me.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's actually supposed to like Amanda Waller. She's kind of a terrible person. I will say my recommendation for the week, and mine will be short and sweet because I can't really talk about it a whole lot. But what I will say is it's going to be Hardware #1, which is not even out yet. It doesn't come out till I think this coming week. But I got to read it early, and I had a very, 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 very good time with this book. What I can say about it is that if you have read the original Hardware #1 from back in 1993,
Okay.
then you're going to recognize a lot of callbacks. There's a lot of very similar setup, but the way the story is laid out is, or some dynamics in the story have been changed, and I think for the better.
Okay.
The character of Curtis Metcalf is that same energy we saw with him in Static season 1, #2.
Mm-hmm.
That same energy is there.
Okay.
And all the old toys, the gadgets and mechanisms that were in the Hardware suit originally, everything is intact, just about. Even some new tricks. And I also would go as far as to say that if you're one of those people who just looks at Hardware and you think, oh, he's just Black Iron Man, this story is going to do a lot to divorce you of that mentality.
Okay.
Because not so much in the sense that, yeah, they do have very similar power sets, but just in the attitude of Hardware. Hardware comes from a completely different type of background. He comes from a completely different mindset than what Tony Stark does, and it's proven in this comic. And when it comes out this coming week, I believe it is, should be this coming Wednesday.
Okay.
I believe is when this is going to drop. So yeah, it'll be the 11th.
Mm-hmm.
I highly advise you get out there and jump on it. This is going to be a good one.
I have not been steered wrong so far with Rocket Icon. I've really, really liked. Static has been good for 2 issues so far. So I'm interested in seeing, because you said this was how it originally started? Hardware started it all?
Hardware, yeah. Hardware was the one who kicked off. Hardware was the one who kicked off everything. He was the first character that was released. And then Icon and Rocket and Static came after the fact.
Okay.
But and not long after, but they just weren't the first. But Static was the one that caught on.
Okay.
With younger audiences. So that was the one that inevitably kind of took the banner and ran off with it, which you know, it's fine. But yeah, it was good though. It's been really good so far. And getting a little bit more insight, because I did get to listen in on some conversations with the creative team behind it.
Yeah.
That also kind of helped put some perspective on it that I did not initially have. So but yeah, was it Brandon Thomas and Dennis Cowell were the ones I actually got to speak with beforehand, and they opened my mind up to a lot of really cool stuff that can and will happen in this comic. But yeah, anyway, the next thing we're gonna do, because you know what time it is. Time for questions. It's time for questions from the chat. Actually, what I'm gonna do, you know what, we're gonna do something a little different, because I kind of want to. We're gonna flip it. We're gonna answer questions from the Discord first, and that way, while we're answering those questions, we can then let the questions. We can let the questions from the chat fill in and then answer those. That's how we'll do it. First things first, though, before we do that, CT Cook asked a question earlier with a $5 super chat. Said, I'd love to see the first Fantastic Four take place in the 60s and introduce Blue Marvel in the movie. # Seth Squatch. I could see that. I wouldn't mind Blue Marvel being set up as someone that's like kind of a scientific rival of like friendly rival of Reed Richards. I wouldn't be against that, especially considering how Blue Marvel and Doctor Doom are kind of intertwined with one another as of recent. I wouldn't mind seeing that. That would be something very interesting to see. Let's look at these Discord questions. We got one from Jay Dizzle. Says, yo, Blerd. Love the video on Hellions. Awesome issue this week, and your videos enhance my enjoyment of them immensely. Clarification needed, though. I thought Nanny, Orphan Maker, and Wild Child were enhanced because they simply died in a myth, but the issue seemed to suggest that Sinister tampered with their resurrections. Did Essex use the Vial's DNA in their resurrections? How did you read that? I read it as their deaths simply, in a myth, changed them. However, it would not surprise me if Sinister did tamper with their genetics somehow in that, but in my mind, I kind of took it as though just kind of like how with Gorgon, how Gorgon dying in Ten of Swords in Otherworld changed him. I took it the exact same way as read, that it was their deaths in a myth that, changed how they came back. However, whatever it was that was in them, what makes mutants that tough and aggressive in a myth, I feel like that was something that was, I guess, kind of baked into them through their DNA. That was something that could be easily taken away, and which is why we see in that issue, Tarn and Karen, just turns Wild Child back into a meek, scared little puppy dog. Towards the middle, left of the middle of that book. But that's how I took it. But it wouldn't surprise me if Sinister did tamper with them in some way. I don't know if he went that far with it. If that makes any sense. Carter, did you have an opinion on it? I cannot hear you.
I didn't. I always mute it when I hear fucking planes coming.
Oh yeah, no, you're good.
That's
good.
what I'm doing. Honestly, I just looked at that like it was a very good question. I did have to. I'm not gonna lie to you. I reread Hellions when I read it the first time because I was trying to figure a lot of things out in that book because of what it was saying. But yeah, I think I would have to go with you on that one. Yeah, that's a cool perspective to have.
Let's look at this next one here.
Okay.
Liquid Monty says, with the death of Doctor Strange on the horizon, who would you pick for next Sorcerer Supreme? I would go with either Wanda, assuming she's resurrected, or Doctor Doom. I'd also be cool with having a magical Avenger squad that shares Strange's responsibility. Having a Justice League Dark style team in the Marvel Comics universe is not an unusual thing. We've had it before, technically, just they don't get as much fanfare. We've had the Spirits of Vengeance. We've also had other similar teams.
I think that Spirit of Vengeance book came out this week. Actually.
Just came out. Literally just came out.
Yeah.
And it happens from time to time. They don't get as much fanfare. I wouldn't be against Doctor Doom becoming the Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah.
Because technically, when Doctor Strange was originally looking for a replacement, this was back when he thought Wanda Maximoff would be the one, and then it wound up being Dr. Voodoo. Dr. Doom was heavily favored to become the next Sorcerer Supreme, and even Doctor Strange had to admit that he was a very likely candidate. Yeah. I would actually like to see that come to fruition, and maybe it will because we do have that Darkhold series that's coming up. Mini-series storyline. Maybe it could be something there. I think it would be a nice little glow up for Doctor Doom to take that mantle for a little bit. I mean, he's already the Doctor, so I mean, let's go ahead and do it. I mean, just go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off. Why don't we? But yeah, I would not mind them having a magical Avengers style team. I don't know. I mean, there's only so many characters you could put on it. And Wanda, I think, is, at least for right now, she is dead. She is legitimately dead for all intents and purposes. So I think the Darkhold miniseries takes place before her death, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
But that said,
Yeah.
the Urban Prince of Strong Style has a question here. It says Carter Prime and Blerdatron, which supervillains and superheroes would you pick to be in the Thunderbolts MCU, whether MCU or comics? Mine are easy because, technically, we don't have that many villains alive.
Yeah, I had to look at that one. Well, see, he said comics though.
Well, the comics too. He also said MCU.
I know.
MCU, I think, is easier because I think you're gonna go a different route than the comics.
Shit, you can only name one person because all the other villains get murdered in the first movie.
Well, I mean, honestly, characters like Ghost, I think, would definitely be on there. I actually think that your U.S. agent and Yelena, Black Widow, are very likely candidates. I think because in the MCU, they're not just going to be criminals. There's going to be people who are morally ambiguous, or people with a slight or with a shady side to them. Is what I think they're going to go with if they do Thunderbolts in the MCU. Which is why I think that's where you have old girl Julie Louise Dreyfus' character coming in and organizing her team.
Oh, I was gonna say I think
that's a part of it.
That's a hell of a superhero name right there. Tony, go call old girl.
Old girl up. Agent was it she was agent 14? Or was she 8? Because Agent 13 was Sharon Carter.
Then who was 47? You see what I did there? Yeah,
this man, get me the fuck out of here. But no, I feel like, yeah, you're gonna be taking characters like that, characters who are still around. I mean, hell, we know by way of Shang-Chi, Abomination's still alive, so you can take a character like Abomination, throw him in there. There are other like more ambiguous characters you could throw in on the team and maybe make something happen, maybe possibly. What?
No, I'm looking at Michael Orius. He was saying if he talked about Dr. Doom being Sorcerer Supreme. He was saying Doom gonna sound like an item off a Taco Bell menu. Yeah, let me get that Doom Supreme.
The Doom Supreme. Look, let me get 3 of them junts.
This boy Blueheart said that's a My Hero character right there. Old girl, quirk, old.
Damn.
But I think if we're having to go from the MCU, Ghost would be a good one just because Ghost has been in the Thunderbolts before. Read Jeff Parker's run. Zemo would be another one.
Yep.
Zemo would be another one. I would also, honestly, you could put U.S. Agent in and have U.S. Agent. Now, mind you, this is brain booking here.
Mm-hmm.
You could have U.S. Agent be the leader, but then you could also have Winter Soldier on the team to watch him.
Yeah. Kind of like what they did with Hawkeye. Didn't they do that with Hawkeye once upon a time?
That I don't.
Thunderbolts. I remember Hawkeye having like an overseer, an overseer role where he just kind of like kept an eye on him, like kind of he was basically the Rick Flag. He was the handler.
Yeah.
For the I could see Bucky. Doing that.
People. So I want to say also, and I know I might get flack for this, Taskmaster.
Yeah. Actually, Marvel has come out and said that a more accurate, or no, actually no. God, no. I'm not.
I was going to say no. I'm talking about the sister from Black Widow. Since she
that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about like, but the taking that character. I think what I'm saying is taking that character and having her become a more accurate.
Okay. Yeah. Wait. Take Winter Soldier out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Zemo, Taskmaster, U.S. Agent. Who else the fuck did I say?
Shit.
You know what? Fuck it. U.S. Agent, Taskmaster, Zemo, Bushmaster,
Okay.
I don't
If they
want to
didn't
do
kill
Yelena.
Crossbones off, I would have said Crossbones.
And he has been on the team before.
Mhm.
They have not introduced Briscoe's daughter in the MCU yet. That's a surprise.
No.
But yeah, you could put Yelena on that team. So yeah, Yelena, Zemo, Bushmaster, and whoever else I said. Y'all, oh yeah, Ghost. Thank you. Ghost, Zemo, Bushmaster, Yelena.
There you go.
Is the leader still alive? That wasn't Marvel.
Actually,
But
that movie does count. That movie actually does count.
He's alive. He is alive.
That movie actually is considered a part of the MCU.
Yeah, the last we saw him, the pickle juice was going into his head,
and his brain was
getting
big.
Yeah.
I
forgot about White Vision.
Oh yeah, White Vision. You could actually do something with that.
I forgot about Vision. Yep.
Vision. Mayonnaise Vision.
Ugh.
But no, let's move on to the next one. Ed Boy in the Cut. How do you all think Marvel movies will evolve in the future? It is undeniable that the Marvel formula works, but also I personally would like to see something a little different in tone from them. They're kind of already trying to do that, but I think it's a slower process than what a lot of people are expecting, and in some ways, the things that are different aren't different in ways people are expecting. Like it's kind of like case in point. When the Eternals trailer came out, and you and I both, we've heard people say for years, man, I wish they would just change it up, do something different, mix up the formula or whatever, try different things. Well, technically, they are. It just isn't in the ways I think people were expecting. Hint, case in point, Eternals. It's not going to be like every other Marvel movie. It's going to be different. It's going to be, I don't even know exactly what it's going to be, but it appears to be more of a drama than it is like a straightforward superhero action movie. Ryan Reynolds recently has come out and talked about the fact that, some ideas and things that he wants to happen with Deadpool 3 and how off the beaten path he wants to go with it. And Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, has recently come out and talked about how he and Kevin Feige have spoken apparently a lot in over the last few years about projects and this, that, and the other. There's lots of look, man. Hey,
maybe
you never know.
Maybe he'll shut me up with Black Adam, but as it stands right now,
I mean, look, the worst thing that could happen to Black Adam is that when we see him as Black Adam, he's just The Rock with a black costume. Like if he's yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. I don't want him that's why when they did that animatic, what was the DC Fandom? They did the animatic trailer and people were saying, "Oh, Rock sounds like he's just phoning in these lines." It's because we're used to hearing him speak with a level of charisma that is just completely unmatched by just about anybody. And in that instance, when he was portraying Black Adam, he was speaking in a more reserved tone. That's because Black Adam does not talk like The Rock. Black Adam is a more reserved character. Black Adam will throw some shade at you, but he ain't going to be like, if you smell what the rock of eternity is cooking. He ain't going to do no bullshit like that.
I see Black Adam do one goddamn people's eyebrow, I'm walking out the theater.
Yeah, no, I don't. Because at that point, it's not Black Adam. It's just The Rock in cosplay as Black Adam. I don't want that. I want him to be like, that's the thing about acting. And I think that's what a lot of people don't get sometimes is that you can have a character. You can have case in point, when you go see a movie with Denzel Washington, Denzel Washington has transcended movie roles to the point that people don't hire him to play characters that are nothing like him. They hire him to play characters because they want him. The same thing they do it with Keanu Reeves. They do it with Christopher Walken. They do it with Samuel L. Jackson. They do it there's tons of different actors where they're like, no, we want you to do your shtick. And that's the thing. I don't want Rock shtick. I want Rock to be Black Adam. I don't want Black Adam to be The Rock. If I want to watch The Rock, I got plenty of video on WWE Network I can go watch. or YouTube clips where I could watch Rock act a whole monkey in these streets. I don't want that. I don't want that. That's like if you told me that John Cena, they're gonna bring in John Cena to play Colossus in the X-Men movies, I'd be like, well, this is gonna be ugly as fuck. I hope he's not just gonna be John Cena with some metal spray paint put on him. Kind of the same thing with Deadpool. When Ryan Reynolds was playing Deadpool, I was like, technically, my big worry was that he was just gonna be Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Just Ryan Reynolds in a Deadpool suit, which he is dangerously close to being sometimes in those movies.
Yeah.
But they find a happy medium to kind of skirt the line there. But yeah, but to go back to the question, yeah. Do I feel that there's change on the horizon? Yes. We just haven't seen the movies yet because they've been pushed back. And I think when we see these next crop of movies, we'll see exactly what they're going for. I think Shang-Chi is going to be one of the first ones that we really see it. And then like when Doctor Strange hits, we're really going to see it.
Yeah.
And then, we'll kind of know, but, that's, whatever. And then last Discord question. This one's from Blackbone. Said, based on the information we've gotten about Black Panther Wakanda Forever so far, what's your best guess on what the movie is going to be about? Well, I kind of already said, honestly, the only people who know, Ryan Coogler, the motherfuckers of the set. But I can tell you that I do think it will be about Atlanteans. Mm-hmm. I think it will be based on a struggle between Wakanda and Atlantis, most likely just based on the casting news. Mm-hmm. And at a time when T'Challa's not around. That's what I think. But that's neither here nor there.
Okay.
Now we can switch it over to questions from the chat. And here, let's start with, first off, shout out to Metal Ryan Gamer. Metal Ryan Gaming, who hit us with that young membership. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, kings, queens, cosmic beings, brothers, sisters, others. The Patreon content for this week is coming. I'm going to upload it after the show because your boy was up late working on it last night and I fell asleep before I could post it. No, I was not doing that. No, I wish I was. I wish I could say I was. My wife was at work. She works nights, so there was no cheek clapping, and I was very upset about it. We got another one here from Sammy.
Don't tell me you getting some wrist action in.
Oh, no. I was legitimately asleep. I was out cold. Sammy Wilshire with the $5 super chat says, is it wrong for me to say that Beast and Abigail Brand is the shadiest couple in the Marvelverse? No, not really.
That one issue of Soy got y'all tight on the board.
Man, we don't do. Well, here's the thing though. Dude, Beast do be on that bullshit.
But I'm saying Abigail Brand, she ain't got the Beast level yet. Beast is that master tower in Mortal Kombat right now. You got to fight 30 motherfuckers get to Beast Shao Kahn right now with the shadiness.
That man sitting there in the loincloth with the hammer, chilling, eating Krakoan shrimps. See, Carlos Johnson with the $4.99 super chat says, thanks for keeping me entertained while I play Guilty Gear Strive. Man, glad to hear you playing it. I lost 2 ranks, but got them right back. Can I get a Jodeci? Oh, yeah.
That is not how you say it.
No, I was reading
it. The Caucasian came out of you for real.
Well, no, because I was reading it fast.
Lord, oh yeah, oh my God, Ernie, get out.
No. Look, I'm not even gonna try and replicate that. I'm not. Well, because as I was reading it just like, oh, I'm reading something, and I didn't realize what I was even reading till after it already came out of my mouth.
Shit. The boy said, hit him with a, oh yeah. That boy said, oh yeah.
See, I don't have the soul for that right now. My that just would not happen.
See,
it would not happen.
You quick to hit a 1999 out here. That boy tell you to hit a oh yeah. The boy said, oh yeah. Gee Willikers, my goodness. For crying out loud.
Well, because I read the 1999 first. It's like it's kind of like you hide a message in a sentence towards the end. It's like I'm already kind of in a groove reading it. Just like I'm like, oh yeah, oh shit. That's how you catch a motherfucker.
Yeah, but appreciate
Hey,
that
catch a motherfucker
$4.99,
sometimes.
brother. I hope you
Oh, yeah.
get to Celestial. I hope you get to Celestial.
Dude, I need to actually get on that shit. I just, man, too much shit going on.
It's on CD keys for 30.
Mm.
I'm not getting it.
Actually, you know what? I gotta get my hotel and shit together.
There you go.
Next
There you
month.
go. Find adult things to do. There you go.
There you go. So that's why I got other shit. I'll talk about it in a minute here before we head out.
Yeah.
Talali House with the $10 super chat says, "Hey y'all, I was wondering if y'all watch Steven Universe.
Yes.
If so, would y'all consider someone who's not black cosplaying the character Bismuth be inappropriate? Much love and appreciation for y'all."
She's not human though. She's a fucking gem.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's okay. So, all right, just for, and I want people to understand what I'm talking about here when I say this. This is a different scenario because this character rather here, and I'm gonna pull up the screen because I want y'all to see what I'm talking about. Here we go. This character, while I could easily see someone getting offended at a person who is not black cosplaying this character, there is a way to do it without being offensive. Without doing, because I mean, technically, you don't have to do blackface to do this. You know, you don't have to. It's not necessary. I think a white person could easily cosplay this character just as easily as I could see a black person cosplaying as Black Cat.
Yeah. I mean,
like you don't have to. Yeah.
I saw a white boy cosplaying as Afro Samurai.
Yeah. No blackface. Dude, I saw a white chick as a Storm once. It fucked my head up for a minute. Cause like it was a chick. It actually was someone I kind of like vaguely knew, and I saw a picture and she was dressed up as Storm, and I mean, and she looked good. She looked good. I was like, damn, she fine enough. I wonder who she cosplaying. And then I took a closer look at the fit, and I was like, this heifer is cosplaying a Storm. But here's the thing, though: she didn't darken her skin. She didn't put any makeup on or any blackface or anything like that. She kept her normal ass, white ass skin. And I think the only thing she changed was she had a white wig. She doesn't have stark white hair like Storm, so she had to put on the white wig. But I was like, dude, she didn't try to do anything with it that would make it offensive, and that's how you handle that. I've seen white people cosplay as Black Panther. They don't put on blackface. They just wear the costume. And when you see them take the mask off, they're not wearing blackface underneath that. They're just wearing the mask, and that's it. I mean, yeah. Is it?
How mad would somebody get? You see a real dope Black Panther like cosplayer, and
there's a white dude in it.
Yeah, they taking that mask off, and you expect to see T'Challa, and it's Chuck from marketing.
Dude, I ain't gonna lie, it would fuck my head up. But here's the thing, though. I get it, man. It's just cosplay.
Yeah.
As long as you're not being offensive with it, as long as you're not running around in blackface and trying to get one over, I don't. It doesn't bother me because I mean, shit, black people cosplay as folks that ain't black all the time.
I look at it as action figures. How many times did we all, when we were growing up, there were black girls that said that they were going to be Barbie. When kids, when little boys are playing with fucking male action figures, like at several points, nigga, I was Bret Hart putting Macho Man in a sharpshooter with my toys. I was Superman beating up fucking whatever toy somebody had. Like
I used to have the shades. I used to have the Bret Hart shades.
Yeah.
Look, when that music would hit, I'd be like, da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na.
Yeah.
Dude, that'd be me. I would come out. Look, I would come bust up out the closet with my little USA jacket. You ever had that ugly ass USA jacket back in the day? I had an ugly ass USA jacket, the Bret Hart shades. And I'd be acting like I'm coming out to the ring like. Because that's how Brand and then look and then run up on the ropes and be like, I'm just saying.
NSA Jose, don't you dare ruin my goddamn shirt. This is my favorite shirt. I didn't even think about that until he said it. You go. I swear to God, I will put you in the hole if I could. I didn't even think about that until he said so.
Oh
you
shit!
Fucking bastard.
I'm just saying. What's up, Jose? How you doing?
I didn't even think about that, man.
Yo, that's my homie right there, man. Y'all go check out my homie in NSA Jose. He's awesome. Good peoples, man. We're also I'm going back a little bit because I want to make sure we catch some of these questions. Let's see here. Here we go. Did you know that the Speed Force can form shurikens and lightsabers? Apparently so, because that was on The Flash.
What TV show?
Yeah, they did it on the TV show very recently.
So Speed Force making whole ass Rasengan's, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. I think there was one point. I swear to God, I don't think I'm making this up. I think I saw a clip somewhere. I think it was like multiple different Godspeeds, and them motherfuckers was putting together that motherfucking Sage mode Rasen Shuriken like in the show. Almost died.
Oh my God.
Oh God. Yeah. Anyway.
Is that it?
Oh no. I'm scrolling through. I'm scrolling through here. Steven Universe has a gay agenda. Well, okay, that's a strange flex. Okay. I mean, so what? If it does, if it has a gay agenda, then okay. Let's be real about something. Every piece of media you've ever read has an agenda, and if you think otherwise, you're a fool. Everything has an agenda. Just because that agenda doesn't align with you doesn't make it bad. Because I'm not gay, but I love Steven Universe. I think it's a great show. It's a very wholesome show too. More wholesome than shows about straight people. So, is what it is. Anyway, let's see here. Here's one from Geronimo Smith. Says, here's a question, OG. Have either of you checked out Kevin Graveau's Bass Reeves comic? I still have yet to do so. I need to do that. Kevin Graveau, for those who don't know, is the same guy who created Blue Marble. Also, creator of the Underworld universe.
It was in the first one.
He was in the first one and the third one. But yeah, he actually created. A lot of people don't know that about Kevin Graveau, that he actually created Underworld. He wasn't just an actor who happened to be in it. He actually created that story and pitched it off. That's how he got the role in the movies. But I always thought that was a really unique thing about him. He's a cool guy. I mean, and his voice is naturally that deep.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, his voice is naturally that deep. And let's see here. Let's see. Where here's another one. Let's see. Come on. Hold up. Oh, was she thick? Oh, she was talk about the girl that was playing, or not playing, but cosplaying a storm. Actually, yeah, she was thick. She was thick, John. I mean, you know, I can't say anything too. I mean, my wife is literally sleeping on the other side of this wall, so I ain't gonna say nothing too loud. But just know that if I was not a taken man, she'd have caught it. But yeah, let's see here.
Did you all catch how low he said that though?
Look, let me tell y'all something. I respect my wife. Y'all look, okay, here, let me put it in perspective for y'all, because I don't think a lot of y'all know this about me. My wife is a whole, like, I think she's about a whole, like, 4 or 5 inches taller than me. She will whip my ass. My wife is like 6'1", something like that.
This motherfucker done married a Titan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh no, I look up to my wife in more ways than one.
Nigga, you ain't got a choice.
Look, and let me say, I do not mind climbing. I'm just throwing that out there. This man, he done with me. Anyway, let's see. He done. Okay. I just fucked him up. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. I'm looking. Trying to see. I see more statements than I see anything else. Here's one. Here's a super chat from Sammy Wilshire. $5 super chat. Says, is there any current X-Men character that y'all think deserves a bigger push? For me, Silver Samurai, since he hasn't done much lately. Yeah, he's kind of been on the outs, just kind of hanging out in the Crucible. That's the only time we really see him. I kind of wish they would have used him in Ten of Swords as opposed to Gorgon. But, I mean, Gorgon's also a cool character, so it's kind of a half a dozen in one, 6 in the other there. I would say for me, I would like to see Silver Samurai appear more. I would actually like to see him on a team, actually. I wouldn't mind seeing him on a team book. Actually, if they ever, for whatever reason, decided that they wanted to, come up with some kind of a book that is like another like ragtag group of characters, whatever. I wouldn't mind Silver Samurai being on that squad. Just throwing that out there. Marrow, yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing Marrow on the book.
Ever since I read that X-Force book she was in with Cable and Hope and Psylocke and Phantom X, I've wanted her in another book. That book was actually done real well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I agree. Mailman, you ain't shit. I just want to point that out. AKA Slipknot, the man can climb anything. Hey, look, I'm just saying. I'm just throwing that out there. Just saying.
I started hearing it. That's
damn. Everybody cuss at somebody tall glass of milk. I mean, yay wrong. My wife does not slap my head. No.
Why do I feel like you walked up on her and told her something along the lines of you're a tall glass of milk and I need strong bones?
I did not say that, but with the benefit of hindsight, I wish I had. Dude, wait a minute. Why did I read this in song? Why did I read? It's the climb. Why did I read it that way?
Oh my god.
Oh Lord. So yeah, I recently came across something that I'm still struggling to wrap my head around. Please help me out. Is Vin Diesel black / biracial?
Yes.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is a plethora of things, I believe. I actually looked this up a ways back, and I don't remember what answer I found. But I do know for a fact though, he is not 100% any one particular thing. I can tell you that much. His dad, I know. Okay, so I know he was adopted. I know that much. And he was born into he was not born into, but he was adopted by an interracial family. I'm gonna go on a limb and assume his biological family makeup was probably about the same. But I know his adopted parents. His adopted mother's white. His adopted father is black.
Yeah, we got a $5 super chat from SO Grizzly. I know Carter will hate, but The Rock has perfect attitude for Namor. Just saying. What do y'all think? Who should he play in Marvel? He does have I will agree with you there that he does have a good attitude for Namor. I could see him
Yeah.
looking down on Xavier and Magneto because what do y'all have? I could see that. I could see that.
Yeah. Oh no, definitely. I actually could see that. I would even say, yeah, I actually would say that when they originally did talk about the possibility of The Rock being in the MCU, that's who I wanted him to play. So yeah, definitely. No, definitely. 100,000, 100,000,000%, honestly. Let's see. Big Smoke said, Blerd Without Fear, y'all the black couple version of Mr. Miracle and Big Barda. Yeah, actually, yeah, in a lot of ways. Okay, so I remember when Jessica Jones came out in the Netflix junt, and of course, it's interracial superhero couple. And it was one of those things that was funny. My wife actually made this joke. She said, so she was like, so next time we have a comic convention, we can cosplay as Luke Cage and Jessica Jones, but like it'll be reversed because I'm actually taller than you. So like she's like, I'm probably about as tall as Luke Cage and you're about as tall as Jessica Jones. And I was like, damn, why you gotta put it like that? But yeah.
Don't take this the wrong way because you know I love you. But I feel like when she walks in the room to fuck you, because keep in mind she is fucking you.
I don't know, man. She's submissive.
Okay.
Danger.
I just feel like when she walks in the room, you already know what time it is because you hear the Big Show's theme music come on.
Oh Lord. wait a minute. But see, here's the fucked up part. Now I'm imagining that there's that little big mouth ass cat that's sitting in the corner that's just sitting there, and then all of a sudden just like, well, why? But no, dude, weird way for the conversation to go. But my wife is a submissive in the
I'm not gonna talk about her anymore. She might try to Batista bomb me. I'm done. The show is we almost at 3.5 hours. I'm done. I didn't say shit. I didn't
come
say
out,
nothing.
hit you with that.
I didn't say nothing, bruh. She was gonna walk in my crib shaking ropes, but ain't no ropes nowhere for her to be shaking. She just doing this shit for no reason. Nah, I'm out. I'm good.
Oh God. But yeah, says Blerd Without Fear, why you hit the Venom Hardy when talking about the Storm cosplay? Hey, I mean, look, I'll put it like this. Okay, so have y'all? Some of y'all. I'm assuming y'all are familiar with who Jade Cargill is, the AEW wrestler. I felt the same way about that one that I felt about hers. When I saw it, I got that vibe. I started going into Venom mode. I was like, we can do whatever we want.
Oh my God. In the show. Oh my Lord.
We did. Anyway. Let's see here. Oh my God. The crying. Let's see. Wait. What is it? Hey, no, it's true though. It's true. It's 100% true. Dude, if I didn't think it would wake her up, I would go in and get. See, we have a paddle. And she catches that paddle pretty regular. This is me about to do. I'm sorry. Danger. My bad, y'all. Anyway, that is the show, I guess. Oh wait, here we got a couple more here. I'll answer real quick. Shaman05 Line says, "Was it? Have you ever seen the Guyver anime or read the books in the manga?" Yes, I have. Yes, I have, and I've enjoyed both. I like the Bio Boosted Armor anime a bit better though, a little more in line with the manga. Hey Blerd, can you give us a link to the J Cargill jaunt? Here. I will where she be? Well, where doth she be? This is the Reddit jaunt for the J Cargill. The J Cargill joint. This is a very different mentality here. This is because she built. She a built woman. This other woman was just, yeah, she was just a thing. I can't find the link for the other one. Now it was a good ways back that I saw that. Let's see. Let's see here. Seal agrees. Freak after that moment. Hey, it might be. Y'all never know. Y'all never know. No, Carter sent himself to the shadow realm on that one. We also got was it Jonathan Boda with the 1999 super chat says my wife is 6'1", her sister is 6'2", and I hear the Big Show theme on repeat, followed by the Wakanda theme. Hey, it is what it is, man. All the women in my wife's family are tall, so yeah, I totally get it. Totally get it. Totally get it. Thank you for that. That is actually the show right there, though. That is actually the show. We're getting out of here. Carter has already left the building, but I will also be leaving the building as well. For those who are going to be at Dragon Con this year, which if I'm not mistaken, Dragon Con 2021, I will actually be present. I will be there. It'll be, I think it's starts September the 2nd and ends on September the 6th. I will be there courtesy of blerd.com. So if you are going to be in the area, if you're going to be, or you're already in Atlanta, if you're planning on going to Dragon Con, you will likely see me there. I got to get all my shit together, but that's another story. Another story. It's all neither here nor there. But yeah, keep an eye out. I will definitely be looking forward to seeing some of y'all, my Atlanta peoples, if you are going to be a Dragon Con. I'm also plotting to be at New York Comic Con this year, if at all possible, depending on how that plays out, because I know that one's still kind of in limbo, maybe possibly, but yeah, I'll put out more details as that one becomes more available. But that said, I will be back again. Don't forget to go check out the alternate channel, Blerd Got Game, for some of my gaming shenanigans, this, that, and the third. And make sure to go follow over on the Twitch channel, because I have actually gotten back recently to streaming on Twitch. So don't forget about that. I hope you guys have a wonderful, safe, happy weekend. If you are a channel member or patron, make sure to go keep your eyes peeled. The various places to go find your exclusive content, because it will be coming up here very shortly. I'm going to start posting it immediately after I turn this off. I will catch you guys next time. I love you all 3,000. We out of here. Peace.